I was muted. Hi, chat. Hello. I was saying how stupid I was to have forgotten to do the thing where you show up in chat, and then I just forgot to unmute. Nice going, me.
Hello, everyone. Happy to see you.
How's it all going, y'all?
I am so excited to get back into this.
Also, sorry, can I, for like 1 moment, just mention Wet Woman, hello? Like, hello, Mute Crya. Like, you all have fun just bullying immediately. I come fresh from a comment that has rattled me, and you're all bullying me already. Please have mercy. I have not breathed since the last week.
The begging for mercy is superficial and part of the kayfabe. Keep punching.
Oh god, I am not gonna survive this fucking series anymore.
It was always meant to go out this way.
Incidentally, Alex, I honestly, okay, so the music I choose for each of my streams depends on the vibe of the games, and usually I could be using the other song for, thank you, for these intros, except I did the whole bit where I had the intro shift, and you saw the moon as a goddamn black hole, and then everything just shifts and it's back to normal, and then it started with this happy music because it's slice of life. That was the bit, and I've just kept it going. Ready for peak plot? I read whole Ataraxia for the plot.
Yeah, like the bath scene. New bird noise unlocked. I see every stream with Whack like some kind of a roguelike, where you have to unlock new noises and see which Wakraya you get by the end.
The Wakraya you get by the end is usually a melting puddle on the ground.
But there's different kinds. It's all about the builds. The nuance makes or breaks any roguelike run.
I should add fucking bocce to my kin onion.
Specifically, like puddle bocce.
The plot that proved that it truly is the writer route. It really is.
Real.
Oh.
And
anyway,
how lucky we are.
Anyway, I need to go into the other screen and refresh the chat there because I forgot to do that as well. So, enjoy.
What have you done this week?
Enjoy. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god. Yeah, alright, that's great. Very clever.
I've been in a mood. What can I say?
I can tell. Has it only been 1 week since that scene?
Apparently, I need you to understand that I don't think I realized how much I was not over everything that happened last week until this exact same moment of sitting down to do this.
It's same here.
Can we talk about the tentacle here for a moment?
Would you like to? I'm here for that conversation.
I mean, I won't say no, honestly.
Hello, Eve. Hello, Watchdog.
Hello, Eve. Hi, welcome. And Watch Pop. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was a ha, not a hi.
I mean, I'll take a ha as well. I'll take him laughing at me as a greeting as well. Everybody's here. Hi, everybody. It is generally always a joy to see you. Am I streaming to you? I am, right?
Oh, yes, you are. I didn't notice.
Ah, look at me catching
Joni
it.
has come. We haven't even gotten to the writer scenes yet.
We haven't even gotten to the birds yet.
Don't say that. She'll get excited.
So, Okay, we are starting the final day, so we will do this day and there will be another reset and whatever happens, happens. We can go to the outskirts to do Einzbern stuff, go to school to do art.
It's not up for me. It says it's paused. Hold on, let me leave and come back.
Oh.
Please, Discord. Oh? No?
No, let me...
It says you've minimized your application. Sit tight.
I guess we're doing the archer scene accidentally because I clicked back into it. But okay, let me...
I can drop my voice an octave.
Let me try and stop streaming and restream this and see how that works. Okay, how's things going now?
Stream failed to start.
What is going on?
I love Discord.
Hold up, chat. We're having slight technical issues here, and we will be doing...
The one thing we can account for before we start streaming.
Okay, okay, that's interesting. Tell me, can you see things if I, by any chance, do this?
Let's see. That is a little inconvenient. A bit busy on the eyes.
But you can see it. Okay.
But I do hear a very significant echo.
What about this?
Oh, okay. I think we're good, maybe.
Okay.
Nope, stream paused.
What? Okay, now?
Now it's not working.
I don't understand what is going on.
Oh.
Why is Sonia like hiding? I set her on my shoulder every single stream. I don't have an actual preset for her, and sometimes she ends up a bit more in the fluff.
I'm lost.
Let me reset the game actually, and we will be back in a moment. I apologize.
It wouldn't be a Fate stream without technical problems, I say, having largely avoided them the last couple.
You did hear recently that Discord was having issues. The thing is that I can share my screen with her. I can't share the actual app, apparently.
The screen did stop.
Okay, what about now?
Let's find out. Oh, thank God, we're here.
When in doubt, just fucking reset. Just turn it off and on again.
Turning it off and turning it back on again.
You stand by your suggestion to make her even smaller and stick her down my top. And the cleavage.
Like bouncing my eyes at you from across the table.
You also want to bury your face in the fluff? Aww. Okay. After all of these delays, and talking about horny Nasu stuff and video games, let's see Archer's back, shall we? Blowing by like a sudden memory, a gust of wind kicks the dry dust up into the air. Morning training has just finished, and there aren't a lot of people around. Just as I am about to go back. Great, I found the handyman! An impolite remark catches up to me. Why did she flash Steph over to you?
Just Shunpo.
What's up, Makidera? Did you break another set of fixtures preparing for a new contest? Vodka Spawner! You can fix things when they break, but you can take back a life once lost. That name? Well, whatever. Fixing broken people is tough, that much is... Hey, where are you dragging me? Quit complaining. It's not like I want to rely on you, you insensitive clod. Okay, insensitive clod, really funny.
That is a fantastic insult.
Makidera. It's not just track and field equipment, you even made me fix your own rice cooker. What sort of an excuse is that? Baka scoop! As you waste time digging up the bus, think of the life that may be slipping away. What's with this life talk anyway? He might die, you know? Sissy, what? I hate to admit it, but you're the only one who can help. What? Someone's life is in danger. I can't just stand back and watch. Makidera Kaere, I underestimated you. Relying on her instincts, she found the man destined to become a hero of justice one day. Got it, lead the way. But just as the little Tokyo candy chick got its head turned off again, English homework better be in by tomorrow, or it's someone else's head that will roll, Makidera. No problem. I do that stuff all the time. But it still has to wait. So how is Archer's life in danger, I wonder?
Oh!
Adorable! Wait, is this for real? So it's actually Saekusa who's on her deathbed.
Ah, Amiya-kun.
Your whole body's shaking. Where does it hurt?
Oh, it's not me. See, up there.
Looking up to see what she's pointing at. A calico kitten is huddling on top of a tree branch.
Save him!
That's adorable. That's adorable. That's adorable. That's oh my gosh. Okay, because the one who noticed it first. Seems like the poor kitten just can't get down. What kind of a punchline is that?
Amiya-kun, can you help?
Of course, I'll figure something out.
Please do. You may be able to just reach up there.
So Himura's here too. Can't you just jump up and take it? Being a high jump base and all that?
Kane-chan doesn't like cats, you see.
Yeah, so let's have some fun and rub Kane. Wait, Kanepe? Kanepe? We said it was the kitten's down. That is a nickname.
Makinoji, after getting the kitten down, I'll hang you on that tree myself.
I thought Eve said Shiro you're backseating for a second there. How scary. Hung there in the man-eating hills. Standing right under the kitten, I gauge the height I need to reach. True, I'm the tallest one out of this whole group. But even standing on my tiptoes, I can't quite get to the branch. If I try to climb up a tree this thin, the branches may end up shaking too much and throwing the poor thing off. So just shake the tree and wait for the kitten to drop? Even Makidera couldn't be so cruel. Alright, I'll kick the tree as hard as I can, then Emiya and Yukichi will catch it as it falls. I was naive. Himura, mind restraining that idiot for a while?
Roger.
Cool! What are you guys doing in a time of crisis? Release your leader at once! If I jump... Taking a few steps away from the tree. No, Shiro, no, you don't know what you're unleashing. They're already in the periphery of your fucking, harem.
Engineering the high jump. They know what they're doing. Himuro already saw through the fourth wall last time.
1, 2, and 3.
Oh, so close.
The branch is just out of my reach. Not high enough in me, yeah.
Oh my god, they're engineering the high jump.
I didn't need to beat all that.
There, be a good kitten. I'll get you down soon. Yeah, I wasn't talking to you. Deep breaths. Relax. Still your heartbeat.
What heartbeat?
Girl. We just started.
Do not feel empathy for this wretched hound. What's up in questions? How have I devolved into this?
What do you mean devolved? You've been like this for so long. What is up with these HA streams?
Who was the person that said that actually? The last one?
Eve.
No, the last line on screen right now.
Oh! You think I was paying attention?
Maybe Himuro. I think it was Himuro.
I might have been able to reach it myself.
Damn it, is there no way but to subvert canopy cat phobia here?
The Renzer.
Alright, I'm gonna hold canopy like so, and then me and Yukichi, you guys throw all the cat sweet talk you can think of at her.
It's you who's being held down, though.
Don't worry about me. This is no time for the trivial. Come on, whether it's your favorite part of a cat or a cat string that you find super cute, a cat manga you recommend, cat fortune telling, or maybe the kind of cat you'll be in your next life. All together now, keep talking about cats.
This girl sucks.
She's so awful.
I love her.
Just sort of reaches it. Please notice that while that is happening, she is being held down and pinned by the flat affect girl.
Mm-hmm. No, I know. To the back of my mind.
You could say that the streams have gotten better, but Wak and Annie have gotten worse. Channeling her Taiga successor status, she really is. She's like a sportier Taiga, even.
Mm-hmm.
And Taiga's already a bit sporty. Don't just ignore me!
By the way, did you know, Maki? The whole field used to be a graveyard. Even now, if you start digging, you'll find a human.
I don't know! I don't care!
Now, you should take this chance to conquer your weakness as well.
Weakness? What are you talking about, huh?
Well, it's not that rare for school grounds to be former graveyards. Since the graveyard land is so cheap. Maybe the gravel you just stepped on actually used to be a gravestone.
I'm not stepping on anything! Don't just divert the conversation! Besides, ghosts don't come out in broad daylight at noon.
By the way, the number of ghost sightings around midday has been increasing lately in this area. And they're all about a beautiful woman with long hair, carrying a large bundle the size of an urn that suddenly appears and disappears with the name of a horse.
Oh my god, it's just Ryder bringing Sakura's bento on fucking Bellerophon?
I think this might be the best game ever.
I think this may be the best game ever. Vlogs are probably just some student's mom or sister kindly coming to bring a lunchbox for them on a horse. She's actually right.
The two, actually.
She's actually right. Stop ruining this heartwarming tale with that stone cold heart of yours. A totally wild guess, but it's probably right.
Maki-chan, stop screaming. You're scared of poor little kitten.
Ryder, I can't burden Sakura. Also, Ryder fucking summons her noble phantasm to come
it's
here.
It's fine as long as she brings her food immediately.
Yeah, can't you do something about her?
That's why we had her tied up. But then she escaped and brought you instead.
You fucking tied her up?
Was it necessary, or do you think she just wanted to?
She just wanted to, 100%. I'm sorry, but there has been an undercurrent that she's specifically like a bit of a like closeted pervert, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's been brought up several times.
I guess I couldn't rely on me after all. Now that's one person I just can't stand being dismissed by.
How dare you specifically look down at me?
Alright.
What's wrong, Miyakun?
I get on all fours right under the branch. Makidera, get on top.
Miyakun?
Mia.
Mr. Mia.
No. If you still can't reach, jump up on my back. No way, is it really okay? I've been training. I can endure at least this much.
I've been training. Ryder uses me as a footstool all the time.
But riding on my shoulders would definitely be high enough, but you're still a girl. Okay then. Sorry for making you do this. Don't worry about it. Oh no, I said something awful as well, Mia. It's okay. I owe you now. Yeah? Wait, the shoes! Take them off! Take them off! Take off? Why are you looking at me like that? Yeah. And then, in the corner of my vision, I see a pile of fallen leaves whirl up. Huh? Heavy boots fall in front of me.
Is this alright, ladies?
The kitten that was sitting on the branch is now clinging to Archer's arm. What the? You, why are you here?
Why? I had no intention of intervening, but seeing how useless you were, I couldn't just stand and watch.
A small, undignified princess.
A prince, Leslie.
In that case, you should have ignored it and moved on.
Thank you. I love that noise so much.
The calico that was handed over to Segusa seems to feel safe enough to curl up against her, as if in a mother's godlike embrace. I hate to admit it, but the credit for saving this kitten does go to Archer.
Your name? Nobody important, just somebody who is happening by.
Oh, so cool! Just like a hero of justice.
Wait, what are you implying, Makidara?
Isn't he though? Appearing like a hurricane out of nowhere, helping the weak.
Indeed, yet humble enough not to boast about it. Just like a hero out of a historical drama. So lovely. That's not a good thing. The title Hero of Justice should be used with restraint. Creating a powerful hero, you see, at the same time gives birth to a powerful enemy. What lies ahead is an endless bloody struggle. No compromise, no middle way, nothing but conflict. Listen, ladies, it's okay to obsess over something, but getting carried away with it is not. So you shouldn't try to be a master at any one thing? Oh no, skill isn't the problem, but ideology is. Viewed from the other side, this so-called hero of justice is nothing but an enemy.
What are you saying? A hero of justice is awesome, the guy everyone loves. And above all, nice and simple, it's great.
The name is the only simple thing about it.
He's so tired about this conversation. Also, I love Alex's comment of, wait, did the fail high jump work but for Archer? Oh, God almighty.
What's inside is a clump of contradictions. The likes of a hero of justice are but an empty dream that misfits all... that misfits of human society yearn for. Assuming that justice truly exists, society has no need for such a hero. In that case, the real evil is in the people's hearts, the longing for a hero of justice to oppose the world they could not cope with. Oh, how should I put it? The words hero of justice are just another name for human weakness.
Archer's monologue goes on. I'd like to make an objection or two, but having been unable to save the kitten, I have no choice but to shut up and listen.
Quote Archer, we live in a society. That's why all of you ought to be informed.
No need to be shy when you're that old.
Indeed. So desiring justice to be served is evil, is it? Wonderful. Come on, Kitty should give thanks to Mr. Hero of Justice too. Wait a moment. What was it I just said? Can't be helped. Might get a little long, but that is what I get for saving a kitten on a whim. Let me correct that. Take, for instance... Let's say, hypothetically, for the sake of debate, this kitten. It sure is great to be saved by a hero of justice, isn't it? However, inside the rescued creature's mind, a belief is now forming that, should it fall in trouble, a miraculous being will once again come to save it. And don't you think that would impede this creature's growth to adulthood, its evolution? The very idea of a hero of justice being a self-satisfying, hypocritical complacency that ignores all but the result, a concept that actually hinders someone, is something you haven't even considered until... Kitty doesn't understand difficult stuff like that. Kitty likes Mr. Hero of Justice now, see?
Oh my god.
Okay, cringe boy! A guardian's pride is it? Extending a helping hand isn't something you do just once. It's something you should be prepared to offer for the remainder of one's lifetime, in other words.
So it's fine whichever way you take it, right? For a hero of justice, you sure do lecture a lot.
As I've been saying, calling me a hero of justice isn't...
Yeah, no, I love that she fucking gets it.
Himuro has read Fate. Like, she knows what's going on.
But you couldn't tell your name. What else are we supposed to use?
Being so critical and self-deprecating. It's only making you more and more interesting. Cuteness is justice. Here, look. Stop staring at me with such round eyes, kitten. I only helped you because you were a cat. Humans don't get the same treatment.
Ah, that's why you have a soft spot for Tohsaka.
Mm-hmm, that's the Rin. But the kitty really likes you.
Oh, it's true. He's even rubbing your arm with its paw, isn't he?
Oh, that's precious. Hey, kid. Tell me, where did your typical rudeness go to? Looks like you really like the cat. You've hardly said a thing this time.
Nope, not really. Since I was powerless to do anything, I don't really have the right to be talking back to its savior. Also, it looks like it's taking quite a liking to you. Fell in love, you could say.
Well, I have nothing more to say. I'm pretty busy, so I'll just take my leave. Ladies, let this kitten go. If it cannot learn its lesson this time, it will always remain but a kitten.
And on that note, Archer walks away, leaving the rest of us to indulge in this deep emotion.
What a terminal doomer. He's gone. Was something wrong?
What? The red justice guy totally has no manners.
He must be very shy. I'm sure he was not actually offended. He seems to be hiding a happy smile of his own.
Archer has left. There are more than a few things I'd like to say, but in the end, I can't do it in front of the guy that just saved the kitten. Damn it, I need more training. I fall on my knees in despair. The sense of defeat weighs heavily on my back. Learn Kung Fu, you dolt! Wait, why are you sitting down on me? Yeah, since you won't even get up, maybe you want to be laid upon, yeah? Go ahead, rub it in. Cheer up, say the round pupils looking at me. Oh, to be beaten even by a kitten. Damn it, if only I was stronger. Taller. That is the Shiro dysmorphia moment.
What a wonderful scene.
What a stupid way to start the day. I love this game so much.
I think that was fantastic.
So, Issei plot or unknown plot?
I think the Issei plot's gonna be talking about organizing events and stuff, so maybe we should do some unknown.
On the other hand, if we do that, maybe the events will unlock for the next go around.
Perhaps. I still vote unknown.
Let's go unknown and see what we get up to.
The gacha.
Let's spin the gacha.
Big money, no whammies.
After finishing lunch, I walk through the school building. Even though it's a holiday, I can see people here and there. It's probably the students who are working hard at their club activities. I'm sure the building where the music and art rooms are is even more crowded. For some reason, I turn around. Oh, remember this! I remember this. We had this moment where we were hearing something and turning around, but there was nothing. We may be figuring out what it is now. For some reason, I turn around. Nothing in particular stands out. The only odd part is the fact that I had no reason to look behind me. I suddenly get an urge to drink some tea and head towards the student council room. I peer into the classrooms from the hall, and just as I thought, I can see several students inside. The hallway isn't exactly quiet, but behind me it's silent. Even though I can hear people's voices from in front of me as I walk ahead. When I turn around, the hallway behind me is completely silent, like someplace else altogether. Why did I turn around? There is nothing in particular that stands out. There was no reason for me to turn. I'd understand if there was some reason for me to look behind, like if I felt a chill, but just looking back for no particular reason makes me feel uneasy. Ghost stories are getting popular lately, and I can see this becoming one. A story about having an urge to turn around when there's no reason to. I guess it's normal for a school this time of year. Entrance exams are closing in, and a lot of students are becoming overly sensitive under the stress. These past 4 days, I've had a lot to think about, so I may just be worn out without realizing it. That's right, maybe I should just go home and rest. The student council room can't wait for another time. I walk down the hall, controlling the frequent urge to look back. I leave the school. It's the same one actually. Interesting.
Strange.
Wait a second. This isn't my imagination, damn it! Something's there. I can see it, but something is staying close behind me. No way.
A flash of Illya.
That was a flash of Illya's arm, I believe. You two aren't still following me, are you? I stare into it in any hiding place I can see. But there is no trace of them. I guess it was just my imagination. Maybe I'm becoming a little oversensitive after all. I shrug my shoulders in relief. Maybe I'll buy a grapefruit or something on my way home and try imitating aromatherapy. Maybe I'll buy a
sniffing citrus.
Maybe I'll buy a grapefruit or something on my way home and try the technique. There you are! After making a feint, I make a ferocious dash for the stairs. I feel like I saw something familiar dash down the stairs. I'm not completely sure, but it was probably... But even then, why? I don't understand the motive, but there may be something behind all of this. Even if I try to chase after her, I won't be able to catch up, so maybe it would be best to pretend I didn't see anything and head home? How is this the third time in the past 24 hours grapefruit technique came up?
Spring is in the air.
Can't you feel that smooth citrus taste already?
Can you feel the love, Sadam?
I'm gonna fucking choke. I'm gonna fucking gog. Fancy meeting you here, Shiro. Is school over yet? Before I knew it, Illya had already gotten to the school gate and was waiting for me there. I am slightly concerned as to why she was following me around, but it could be pretty thoughtless of me to pry even when she's this happy. Yeah, I was just wandering around looking for clues, but I thought I may as well stop here. Are you coming back from a stroll? I came to take a look around just for fun. Usually there's too much of a crowd, so I was aiming for a time when there's not many people. In the end, well, I guess I wasn't too bored. I feel a bit guilty. It could have been better to show her something more interesting, like the gym or the music room, than to walk in circles through the hallways. Hey James, hi! I'm ashamed to say that I couldn't do much for you. That's okay, isn't it? It's not like I was expecting something unforgettable from the start. It was just normal fun for me. Is that so? I guess I had fun too. Or wasn't bored at the very least. I was followed around all morning and now in the afternoon, as well it seems. Speaking of which, that reminds me. Illya, did you actually sneak out today? Left the castle without letting anyone know, I mean. That's right. I wish they get used to it already. There's always such an uproar whenever I'm gone. I was preparing to do something to really surprise you, but it all went to waste because those two were there. That is, how should I put it? I guess I should thank them. The thought of Illya trying out some new trick at school is rather scary. Milady! Speak of the devil, the maids are approaching from the courtyard, each running while holding the hem of her skirt, immodest yet somehow cute. As I thought you came here. In the future, I could humbly request that you call to us if you desire to leave the castle. I told you I won't do things I don't want to do. If I go out alone, I want to be alone. As a servant, you should consider at least that much. I am well aware of it, but this much was the order of the head of the household. For as long as the most minuscule of dangers may befall Lady Illya's will, I shall protect her to the utmost of my poor ability. My body shall become her shield. Oh jeez, that's so annoying. I'm telling you. You worry way too much, Sela. There's practically nothing even remotely dangerous left in this city, and even then I'll be able to handle it myself. Hey, if it turns to night because we're fucking about at the school grounds and we go back home and the night hits and things get wrong, do you think Sela and Lystrid are going to go fucking bananas on the dogs?
I would love to see that. I need that.
It is exactly as you say. However, danger has many faces, and not all of them may look threatening. For instance, a treacherous friend. A normally worthless existence that is waiting for just the right moment to rebel. Wait, why is the blue maid looking at me? There's some logic to what Sella's saying. I am well prepared against an outside attack, but I haven't thought about enemies coming from within. But in that case, it might be even more fun. Hold on. I'm asking, why are you looking at me like that, young lady?
Enemy? Shiro, enemy.
Wrong. More like a sacrifice. I know I will be the victim no matter what happens. How shameless. How dare you say that after calling Milady to a place like this? Daybreak, Emiya-sama is not an enemy, but neither is he a friend. From now on, if he does something to make our lady sad, make sure to punish him mercilessly.
The nod! I love her so much.
This situation is going from bad to worse. From now on, if Illya ever cries, the Emiya residents can expect a visit from Liz, the hitman, to follow right after. It will be okay. Liz actually has a lot more restraint than Sella. Yeah, in your case, I'm sure she won't just go and split you in half.
Shiro, nothing personal.
She'll be captured and questioned first, follows her reassuring explanation. I love Liz so fucking much.
She's the best.
I need her. Good thing they will listen, isn't it? Now you have a chance to come up with a good excuse, is what she seems to mean by it will be okay. Milady, your impression of myself as having less moderation than Lysrit is a misunderstanding. As one that has been placed in charge of your education, I could not possibly be inferior to Lysrit in the intelligence aspect.
Yeah, Sella is smarter.
Look, this actually has a charming side to her. Besides, a lack of memory capacity isn't the same as a lack of intelligence. You do well to be a bit more amiable yourself, Sella. Well, I shall duly take note. We have no need for human qualities. They have no bearing on our ability to be Milady's guardians.
Love the maids. I love them so much.
Really, you are truly hard-headed. Well, it's fine. If you two have come to search for me, your job is already done. I will come back early tonight, so go on ahead of me. Certainly. Then, do excuse us. Aw. Individually, these two are like some of the most whatever characters in the VN, but together they're a highlight of HA.
Absolutely. Like, they come as a pair. They are so, so good.
Sella adheres to Illya's strict order. On the other hand, Liz looks rather lonely. Wait, I'm just wondering, how do you two plan to get back to the castle? There's a car waiting in the shopping district's parking lot. While it is meant primarily as Milady's transport to and from the castle, I am permitted to use it once in a while as well. Use as in drive? Naturally. If you're still in doubt, could you like me to show you my driver's license? I believe you, I'm just surprised. Yeah, considering how far the castle is, having a car makes total sense. Then when Illya comes to my house... Oh, you didn't know? When I come by myself, I drop...
What? What?
A shocking fact has just been revealed now.
Can she see over the wheel?
I can't imagine her doing the thing where she ties like a stack of books to her like feet and she just like leans back.
Yeah.
Fluctuates. The private forest land is one thing, but to think that there's actually a mysterious silver-haired girl roaring around in public roads. We might be the only ones who don't know about it. That may well be a pretty famous ghost story among the Miyama Town Street racers. What kind of car do you drive? A Berserker car? That's a supercar from another world. It's not canon, Shiro. I mean, what was its name? Whenever Sela hears the engine, she's so fascinated, she keeps muttering things like Valkyrie Geshrai. Illyasville, that is a Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Coupe. 10 years ago, during the last Holy Grail War, that high-performance machine saw a lot of activity for the sake of the Einzberns. Oh my god, is it the same one that was fucking with Kiritsugu and everyone? The one from fucking Zero? Right, that's the one. It's just a machine that goes fast, but it has such a pretentious name, doesn't it? They say the top speed is something like 270 kilometers an hour, but it's like you can't even go that fast on public roads in Japan. It really is shocking. The craftsmen from that country must either love custom orders, have a special vision, or maybe they just hate the very phrase mass production.
Oh my god. I am obsessed with this.
Oh, Mr. Benz, is it? I don't know if the 300 SL is a famous car with a rich history, but I'm sure it comes with an eye-popping price tag.
She yearns for the Autobahn.
Oh, well, I guess we'll be parting ways at the bottom of the hill. Let's go back together until then. What nonsense are you saying? Well, I am still hesitant. Milady did say that she wishes to walk back with you alone, did she not? I do believe that is good fortune you may not see in 100 years. That's right, Shiro. Today I'm walking home from school with you, so they ought to go back first. If Sela and Lace are here, it's just no different than inside the castle. Come on, it's not the same as the castle. The two of us can walk home anytime, but having everyone together is quite rare. Right? So let's go like this today. I hate having to walk up this long hill every morning to go to school, but it does come handy in occasions like these. It can be helped, can it? If Shiro wants to, then we shall keep him company just this once. Let's go, Sela, Liz. As an exception, you are permitted to accompany us to the bottom of the hill. Thank you very much, milady. I am very grateful for your consideration. And Emiya-sama, I trust you will not forget about your rudeness today.
I'm happy. Shiro, good person.
I love Liz so fucking much.
She's wonderful.
You really are a dummy, Shiro. They're my servants. There's no need for you to worry about them. Her harsh words and smiling face telling opposite stories. Illya heads toward the hill road. The two mates look like they're attached to her back. This is an unusual development, but I guess it's nice once in a while. By the way, why were you following me around? We thought we would find out the reason behind Milady's coming to this school. Learning that what catches her interest could become very useful information in the future. Then what does that have to do with me? Did you not remember anything? Your part in this, as one of the main causes, is quite obvious. If we found out more about your school life, it could help find a method to persuade Milady further. So basically, you were looking to find out my faults and sell them out to Illya. You're quick to understand. Unfortunately, we were unable to capture the kind of image we were hoping for. Turns out you're not actually a degenerate freak. You think Lysert and Sakura will battle for kitchen privileges? I think Lysert could concede. If she knows what's good for her, she will.
I just heard you say that. Sorry, hang on. There's a siren outside. 1 moment.
It's okay, don't worry.
Hate when the sirens are wailing. So difficult to focus.
Yeah, at least make me wail instead.
Give it time. It was specifically you saying the thing about the degenerate freak. I looked up because I had kind of spaced out, and I was like, did she say that for real? I believed it.
She didn't say it, but it's the implication considering what they were fucking looking for last time. She really said, come on, do it. Get off on the desk of the girl you like. In front of us. We will be watching, don't worry about it.
Yes, of course we're gonna be watching. Why wouldn't we be watching?
Unbelievable. This person really sees me as the enemy. Sela, what was Shiro like in the morning? It was quite disappointing, and Miya-sama's conduct was boring in the extreme.
His lunch, a little shoddy.
Did you ate his lunch? The one I was aiming for myself. I beg your forgiveness, milady. I obtruded improperly. But at that level of skill, given time to study, I shall be able to reproduce it.
Sela, no way. Can't ad-lib. Also, stealing food makes you fat. Fat Stella can't stand.
Literate? That was pure taste testing. Did you really think that I could do something so discourteous?
Don't know, but midnight snacking should stop.
She hates BBWs, no!
Liz would fumble a fat bitch.
How do you know about that? With Liz and Sela's quarrel livening things up, Illya smiles as she walks down the hill road. I ended up being just an extra. This may not be what Illya had in mind, but I think it worked out for the best. Just a few minutes before we reach the intersection. The evening's tumult looks like it will continue for a little while longer. Cute! Super cute. Okay, so if we hang around the Emilia residence, our options are Rin or Taiga. I can only imagine that Taiga is the drinking scene, and I don't know about Rin. It may be another bad scene.
Beast? I'm partial to Taiga myself today.
Partial to Beast.
Partial
Pour
to
up.
Beast. Pour up!
Oh. Oh, there's a butt scene with fucking Taiga too.
There's a what? Oh my gosh.
So we got the Taiga bat scene, or oh, I feel like someone's coming? Shall we do the non-bath first?
I think we should. Give me a second. I'm gonna get up and go get some more water. I will be right back.
Take your time. I will take a sip myself. Actually, I will estrogenize myself. Just like Saber.
It's the pressing the button, the feminize.
Pressing the button that feminizes you.
Presses the button that destroys France.
Yeah, I was thinking that I feel someone's coming could be cool. It could also be Shiro hiding and seeing that Fujine has been drinking when she thinks that no one sees her. Ah, there goes the estrogen pill. You just like Saver could kill anyone touching your food without your permission. That's so fair, actually. Now listen to me. I do not think that the bat scene with Taiga is going to be like that. Because surprisingly enough, they haven't really leaned at all in that direction. Like, it's been really sweet scenes between Shiro and Taiga. Like, there has not been... Yeah, exactly, you know? However, it's a non-zero chance. It's still a Taiga bat scene. So I think, like... You know? Like, what potential shenanigans a Bath Taiga could lead to is something so interesting to me. It is exceedingly interesting to me. I wonder what Dania's up to. Also, I hope you...
Hello.
Hi, welcome back. I just looked back to the stream and saw the banner I put up for the stream today.
Yeah, you thinking about it?
A little bit.
Just one bite. I'll have you know that took longer than I expected because there was a little rat out there in the living room and I had to go give her attention.
Good. All the love.
Scrabble knows we all love her.
Even if Taiga was naked, Shiro would probably just say, "Put a goddamn shirt on." He would. That's their fucking vibe. Oh,
I feel
God.
like that's at the point where like that's definitely like happened before.
Nasu said on record that Shiro would fold instantly to Taiga if she asks. I remember that interview.
It was putting in the fucking, like, the way they phrased it was like, the reason we didn't have a Taiga route is because there was nothing to write about. It would just happen.
like she could just say like, Shiro, we should get married, and he would just go like, yeah, let's.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, I feel like someone's coming. Oh God, wait, he's still here. Oh my God, this animation. Oh my God, this animation.
That was really cute.
I have seen this GIF before, so this is where it's from. Ta-ta-chan! After we had all gathered in the living room, a high-spirited Illya is the last to appear. What could this be about? Looks like she's been taking a few pages out of Fujine's book. What is it, Illya? Well, Shiro, since you let me eat dinner over here so often, today I've come to return the favor. At the mention of food, Saber, or main freeloader, averts her eyes as though suddenly uncomfortable. No, there's no problem, you know. If I concern myself with who was hanging around here all the time, then I'd be the one feeling awkward. Returning the favor. Illya, did you come to cook for us? I may not look it, but things like omelets are my specialty. That's true. The bread you brought us was awfully crunchy, though. The last time I said that to her, she explained it in a way saying, "That's because I didn't understand how to use your toaster, Shiro." But it's true that everything she's tried making over here so far has come out kinda crispy. Maybe she and her toaster just don't get along.
So what is it you've come to repay Shiro with?
Voila! With a flourish, Illya brings out a cut glass bottle. Whoa! Just from looking at it, I guess that is a pretty expensive. An aura of high quality surrounds it, like that of an EXO or even a VSOP.
Oh, we drinking brandy.
If I remember correctly, EXO is, what again? A kind of Chinese seasoning?
It looks like alcohol to me.
Yeah, most likely whiskey or brandy. The color is kind of pale, though. This is from our special Einzbern distilled deluxe spirits. Spirits definitely means alcoholic. She looks coyly at me, as though waiting to hear my impression of her gift. The container it's in alone is so elegant looking that I'd feel awkward just holding it. Special deluxe. That means the Einzberns make it themselves? It's definitely not something that could be made at the Tohsaka residence. I told you before, Shiro, that we have a distillery in the castle. I do remember hearing about that. At the mention of the castle's distillery, Saber vigorously nods her head.
Indeed, it is true that any castle worth the name contains a distillery or brewery within its walls. My castle itself had one down in the cellar. Though it is true that it was no match for the wineries said to be kept by the Gauls.
Oh, so this alcohol crafted at the Einzbern castle, huh? As I continue hesitating, Tohsaka takes the bottle in her own hands with nary a care and examines it. The way she handles what looks like a priceless antique as though it were any ordinary object. Wow.
Well.
That's... Whoa. That's right. I originally meant it to be for Oni-chan. But since I'm feeling generous today, I'll let you have some too, Ren.
Hey, type moonshine, +2. That's great. Might I be allowed to have a taste as well, Illya?
Saber makes her request in a reserved tone. Even Saber, who could normally at least inquire as to the reason for such a display of charity from Illya, seems to be greatly interested. Perhaps she is intrigued by the prospect of tasting an unknown drink? Something about this doesn't sit right with me, but how about we graciously accept her offer, Shiro? I'll bring some glasses. Saber, will you be joining us?
Yes, thank you.
If this is the scene you're thinking of, yeah, I mean,
Shiro is the most designated driver.
We may be in for an hour-plus long ride.
Oh.
What have we gotten ourselves into?
What have we done?
It's a shame that we don't have a set refined enough to complement that bottle. I didn't know what kind would be best, so I brought a bunch of different ones. Tohsaka nods, I set the tray down on the table. Everyone's getting really fired up to drink this stuff, aren't they? How thoughtful of you. I'll have it straight then.
That's what's up. Impressive, friend. Illya, what degree proof would this happen to be? 40.
Degrees? I do wonder, I'd just say it's pretty strong.
Proof is doubled, so 80.
Oh. As they discuss it, Tohsaka uncorks the bottle with a pop. The moment she does, a strong alcohol smell fills the air. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is this really okay? No, I'm become drunk and driver over her car.
I was just about to bring up that Tsukihime also features the everybody gets together and drinks expensive alcohol scene.
Ah! In only a few seconds, that sweet aroma has already blanketed the room, making me groan involuntarily. With a smell this strong, the contents must be pretty potent stuff. Bring a lighter close to the bottle and it will catch fire in an instant. Wow, this will sure have a kick to it.
This is one strong drink, not unlike a medicinal tonic. Could I have it diluted a bit?
Alright, here we go. Here you go, Oni-chan. I timidly accept the bottle she hands me and pour it into the proffered glass of ice. Maybe it's just my imagination, but this feels less like pouring a drink than it does mixing experimental chemicals into a beaker. Just pouring it in is enough to make me feel dizzy. Miyakun, are you getting drunk off just the smell?
I believe this may be a bit more than you are used to, Shiro. It is essential that you take care.
Straight under rocks for Ren, and dabble with water for Saber. I wonder why Illya looks so used to doing this as she stirs Saber's drink with a practiced hand before passing it to her. Still, it definitely looks like she's agitating the contents of a beaker in my eyes. Responsible drinker Saber is very cute, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, this is just further drawing parallels between Rin and Akya.
Mixologist Illya is canon. I wonder if she ever mixes for us, Sela and Liz. I wonder if it's because of the smell, but I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
I don't think Liz drinks any other way than straight out of the bottle.
Would you like some, Shiro? I'm not such a strong drinker, but since you took the trouble to bring it for us, I'll have just a sip. That's a spirit. Here you are, Oni-chan. I pour just a little bit in the glass she holds out. Illya is holding a glass of her own, but hers only has water in it. Well, letting children drink isn't something I can condone. Well then, cheers! We clink our glasses together before lifting them to our mouths. I'm more than a little hesitant. I get a premonition of shock, similar to when Fujita tricked me into drinking vodka for the first time as a prank.
Oh my god.
Here, Shiro, have some water. Sip. And then she just falls over the floor, just rolled, like doubled over laughing.
I used to drink so much, like, good liquor. I haven't in, like, several years, and this is, like, hitting that craving.
On the other hand, the drink is likely to evaporate if I just keep pondering about this. Alright, if Tohsaka and Saber can both manage it, then it should be no problem for... This is way too strong, Illya! Illya inclines her head as though to say, is that so? But as for our true drinking companions... The taste is unusual, but it's pretty good.
Indeed, it is true that it is quite different from any spirits I've tasted. It must be due to some special technique used in its making.
It makes me wonder what's in it. The two of them are both playing wine critics while they drink. Regular drinkers are really in a different class, I think, and I'm finding myself unable to match the pace of their refills. My tongue still stings. I wonder if I could get away with taking some of the water on the table and using it to rinse out my... Yeah.
That was the cutest sound.
What? Huh? Huh? A highly unusual utterance suddenly escapes either Saber's or Tohsaka's lips. As I look up, wondering what it was, I'm met with two pairs of eyes staring heatedly at me from across the empty glasses.
My god.
Shiro, it's not cute to let glasses stay empty, you know? Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, here we go.
Whoa, is Tohsaka drunk?
The kitten was foreshadowing.
And on top of that, Saber's gone completely silent and her face is bright red. Even I underestimated the true power of this alcohol. Did you just say nya? Are you supposed to be a cat, Ren? No, not the thing you're saying, no. I hadn't seen anything like that, no.
She's cry typing.
She said nya. She most definitely said nya. Her A's are changing into nyas. Besides, Illya's VL sounds pretty original too.
Oh
Though in
God.
contrast to my praise, Illya, whose hatred of cats is notorious, is looking at Tohsaka rather dubiously right now. This is your face. It was really nice. Shiro, you aren't drinking anything, no.
Oh my god.
This is weird. This Tohsaka before us is definitely getting weird. Could it be that she's trying her best to act sober, but the influence of the alcohol on her is like a strange filter on everything she says and her behavior now is the result? And then there's Saber, who hasn't said a thing throughout this whole conversation. Hey, Illya, is this stuff really safe to drink?
Just sitting there fucking staring all bug-eyed.
That's strange. Could it be? Looking perplexed, she removes the cork from the bottle and takes a sniff. Hey, what's going on, Illya? What the fuck did you do, Illya? Shame on you, Liz. If you keep your experiments in bottles like these, even I'm going to get them mixed up. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Teehee, Illya giggles as she lightly raps herself on the head. Oops. Teehee, etovle? So the target of my any complaint should be the currently absent Liz, but it's true I sneaked it out of the castle behind Sala's back, but I never thought something like this could happen. Did you just say experiments? Oh, they can cause some pretty strange side effects, but they're basically harmless. If that's what she drank, then no wonder Rin reacted that way. You explain yourself, yo!
Oh my god.
So this is the effect of that particular experiment, huh? That's right. It could definitely be some drug that can alter people's senses and speech patterns, could it not? It's a kind of hallucinogen. It alters perception and makes the drinker more susceptible to altered states like drunkenness or hypnotism. Rin loves cats, so it makes sense that this part of her awakened.
The mystical liquor of unknown origin that turns you into a cat?
Yes! Yes! Yo, what did you say just now? I told you not to say nya, Rin. You know how much I hate that. I need you to see, like, the Abby and Sadani, like, stream of what the fuck and let's fucking go just mixing together.
It's beautiful. The alcohol. Yeah, that's good, that's good.
Even you were joking my Steve was your Fate Stay Night before, but now it's bleeding into the actual Fate. You know how much I hate that? Tohsaka drunkenly plasters herself all over a thoroughly disgusted Illya. Am I ever glad I followed my intuition and didn't have any? No doubt about it. Gulp down something as strong smelling as that and something's bound to react. Did you see just the fucking faces shifting through?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? No, the discount to this. You're gonna get it. No. Save me, Shiro. Did you not check the contents of the bottle first? I try asking Illya as I push her behind my back for protection. The Tohsaka before me with her fangs bared, hissing, resembled nothing more than a cat defending its territory. I did check, just to be sure. I gave some to Taiga before I brought... So then she became a tiger. She didn't act any different than she usually does, so I thought it was safe. Well,
oh my god.
Even regular beer is enough to turn Fujina into a tiger. It's about what you'd expect from her to not be affected by Illya's drug, or for the effect to not be different from her usual behavior. Hold on a second, didn't Saber drink it too? Saber? Are you alright? Saber has kept her head down and not said a word this whole time. I do hope she didn't have a bad reaction to it.
What onomatopoeia is that?
That's usually what I hear fucking King Protea say when she's doing kaiju things. It's like a roar, right? It's like a roar.
Like a lion roaring.
Oh
my god. I have no words. I have nothing to say.
I am going to fucking choke.
That is the look that you give when the edible hit unexpectedly.
This is what it is, right? She could, in fact, go roar in English. It's
Shiro drink it when he turned into a sword or a gun.
Oh my god. Oh.
I'm gonna throw up.
You know, roar does mean I loved you in Red Dragon.
Spritzing you with water. That sounded way more sexual than I think you meant it to.
Thank you. Anyway, come on, go.
Oh, are
Go
you
for
waiting
chat.
for me? I didn't even
Yeah.
realize.
I am waiting for you to go for chat.
I'm okay. Go. Just trying to hold it in. The look! It's the look! Don't laugh at her!
What the heck, Saber? You sound so funny!
Ah!
I see, Saber would be a lion. I figure she might be a dog or something, but when you remember how much she likes that stuff, lion.
Go. Shiro, you should drink some too, go.
That's right. Just not enjoying yourself and watching us and not being part of it is definitely not fair, yeah. If that's so, then Illya should drink it first. I'm sure she turned into a fox or something. As the two beasts close in on me, I take aim at Illya. But the little white devil just sticks her tongue out and just laughs. No way, don't you know that drinking and smoking are prohibited for minors, Oni-chan? Don't you play dumb! More importantly, Tohsaka, Saber, calm down. Even if I start going woof woof, it couldn't be that interesting.
Yes, it would.
They would love it. 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 They would fucking
Just
love it.
picture me sitting here with my nails like digging into my desk. I think I would love it.
No, just things like that. Oh. Give some to Sakura. What sound does a jellyfish make?
I don't know how to tell you this. I don't think they do.
No, say it ain't so. They must, surely. Fate really was ahead of the curve, huh? What? If we're talking about boys who are dogs and should be colored, we literally had Angramine in the Avenger and Bazett sections actually being a brat dog boy that wants to get domed.
Okay, but I do think that Shiro would look really good with the collar on, and I just want to put that out there.
Oh, he would look so good with it, though.
Anyway.
Oh, whoa.
Easy.
Well, I guess we have done enough plot to go. Okay. That boost hit different. Speaking of the dog boy, I want to help you, the woman said. I don't know who that woman is, so... She was sincere. The frankness of her confession, unclouded by any trace of impure emotion, brought tears pouring from her eyes as she spoke the words, I wish to free you from your suffering. Oh. Which made me feel nothing but pessimism. I felt neither joy nor gratitude that she had come to save me. That kindness of hers was misdirected, and nothing but an annoyance to me. It wasn't enough to make me despise her, but honestly, I wanted her to run along home to her own world instead. This isn't to say that I hated the woman, but the very principles that guided her actions were wrong. She should have known as well as I did that she wasn't going to save anyone. She should have known from the start that it was impossible for her to save me. I responded in a voice you couldn't exactly call a voice. With your throat crushed, it's impossible to make a sound, so I tried shaking my head until I remembered that I couldn't do that either. Eventually, she gave up and went back above ground. She kept up that contest of endurance for days until, gradually, she came to realize that she was talking to herself. The one her words were addressed to was just a corpse. That's something that happened, apparently. These events I hadn't committed to memory in the first place are now surfacing in my mind because of the similar emotions now being directed toward me. Doubt and mercy. That woman who tries to be so fastidious is holding some sort of ridiculous feeling of obligation toward me, even though she doesn't have a shred of proof as to why she should. Bazett Fragamakremit. That woman, who has become Avenger's master, now harbors the same misdirected emotions for me as the woman from back then. My heart thundering at a speed of 500% over its usual rate, I barely propel my exhausted body toward the ruins. My throat is burning. The way my right leg's aching after I pushed it to its limits of my endurance and beyond. It come as no surprise to hear that I'd busted it. Having used up all but the dregs of the magical energy I received from Bazett, my own reserves of strength are starting to come up dry too. Basically, you can see I'm giving up. I can't move another step and I'm tempted to just quit now. Consequences be fucking damned.
I was muted. What on earth are you doing? Get in here now, Avenger.
Bazett, who reached the ruins one step ahead of me, comes back outside and shouts at me. Grasping for purchase with both hands, I fling myself into the building with all the dignity of a fleeing puppy. Hey, there's the dog fucking analogy again. The door slams closed behind me. Of course, some little door isn't worth a fart as far as defense goes, considering the monster that's after us. Having that barrier at least gives us the illusion of security, though. I can hear a roar. That must be the big fucker we got on our tail, destroying everything in his fucking path as he pursues us through the forest. Running away to a ruin like this won't save us. Once he catches up, he'll crush the whole place to powder, and both of us along with it. Worse yet, we don't even have time to fuck.
Can't even do the mana transfer.
We can't even have a mana transfer in fucking peace, can you believe it, chat? That thing is like a fierce gale. No matter what kind of weapon one is armed with, it's plain to see that no human could cross swords with that and live. In a clearing in the forest, we ran into that monster. No, it could be better to say it was waiting there for us. Though it sat there like a monolith carved out of stone, the second we set foot into its territory, it let out a roar. It let out that roar as it came after us. The battle was over in a second. I never had any great desire to pick a fight with that thing in the first place, but after the first shot, even Bazett realized that we couldn't fight it, let alone win. Bazett's not one to back down from a fight, but after even Fragarak failed to score a kill, she wisely and graciously gave the order to retreat. Yeah, no, Oh no, what's up? You there? Hi, hello? Uh-oh. Okay, Discord issues again. What the fuck, Discord? First the stream itself and now this.
I'm back.
Did you hear what I was saying, or?
Nope.
What was the last thing you saw?
I was out for about like 15 seconds, maybe 30.
Okay. The battle was over in a second. I never had any great desire to pick a fight with that thing in the first place, But after the first shot, even Bazett realized that we couldn't fight it, let alone win. Very funny. Oh, very funny for them to have a if you use your trump card, you die weapon against the guy who has 9 lives, and each of them needs to be a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
Bazett's not one to back down from a fight, but after even Fragarak failed to score a kill, she wisely and graciously gave the order to retreat. Still, you gotta hand it to her. To be able to fight even for a few seconds facing the source of that hellish roar took some serious guts. She recovered in no time and fired off Fragarak while that huge monster's Wakraya still had me nearly pissing myself. The noble phantasm it has seems to be the type that's always on, because Fragarak activated right away. Her aim was true, and her shot struck right in its heart, bringing that fat ass down once and for all, or at least that's what should have happened. Instead, it had completely revived 10 seconds later and kept charging straight for us. Back from the brink of death in perfect health. Yeah, right, 12, even worse. In other words, a body that knows no death. That's the big fucker's noble phantasm. After she wasted her Fragarak on it, Bazett's whole body went rigid. And with her frozen there as that monstrous thing came bearing down on her, I personally think it was awfully nice of me to give her a little push out of harm's way via flying kick to the side. The pain. It felt like he fairly grazed me, but that was enough to send me flying too. Big guy's sights are now set on me, standing right in its path, and I look up to see an axe the size of a Grecian pillar raised over my head. To even think about eating a head from that could be crazy, and my chances of slipping by unharmed were stupendously low. So then, when things were at their darkest, just as I was thinking that, this must be what they call instant death, who should come to my rescue but the very same Bazett that just kicked away from that huge thing. She leveled her second Fragarak at its face and fired, striking right between the eyes. Still glitched?
I muted myself a second time and forgot. I'm 2 for 2 today.
It's okay!
Now's our chance. Come on, we're making a run for it.
Seems like she fired her second Fragarak not to kill, but to try and blind it. But even a huge hole in its face didn't stop that monster, or the axe it held. So that's when Bazett grabbed me by the hand and made a break for the forest. Throwing off the gloves that Fragarak had burned as she ran, Bazett laid a rune into both her legs to let her run faster. Me being the compulsive thief and hoarder that I am, I pick up her trash.
This is the time to dawdle. Now's our chance to put some distance between us and it, so run!
And seizing me by the scruff of my neck, Bazett took off running. Seeing as how she's in top physical shape to start with, the blessing of the runes on top of that allowed her to leave that huge monster behind before you could blink. But even that only gave us a few seconds head start. Before its eyes had even finished healing, it was hot on our trail, as surely as though it were tracking us by scent. And now we are in the fuck shack. And that's how we wound up here, more or less. Which, being stuck here means we can expect our new friend to catch up in a couple minutes or so and kill us both. I warned you already that this be dangerous and we'd better forget about it. Then again, the whole reason we're in this mess is cause you won't listen to a damn thing I fucking say. Got anything to say about that, Master?
I acknowledge that I may have underestimated this enemy. It's true I never accounted for the existence of a servant like that.
Bazett's response sounds a little weak. Maybe she's regretting it. Compared to her near-total silence from the time we entered the forest till now, though, this is a veritable world of difference. That's good. Makes it easier on me too, but first things first. Nope. That thing ain't no servant. It's a monster that inhabits this forest. A vengeful spirit of something that tried to become a servant and failed.
What on earth are you talking about? It was clearly a servant. It's no spirit from a past era or anything of the sort. It had a noble phantasm. That was the Einzbern servant, without a doubt.
Well, going by where we came across him, probably so? Right, that's right. Regardless of whether it's not or not it's an enemy, a servant is a servant after all. Girl, you have a noble phantasm. By all rights, trying to figure out what class of servant that monster is would be a waste of fucking time. What we need to focus on right now, rather than trying to figure out what the hell that thing is to figure out what the hell we should do about it. Ain't nothing we can do about that big fucker, so, for now let's figure out what we're gonna do with ourselves.
I like the extra fucks that you're sprinkling into his dialogue.
They come naturally. I can't stop them. So what's the plan, Master? Do we wait here like good little boys and girls until it kills us and start over? Or are we gonna go and find its master?
We'll find its master, naturally. I don't feel any master's presence near the servant, so I believe whoever it is must be holed up in the Einzbern castle.
I agree as far as the must be holed up in the castle part, but to get there in the first place, we gotta do something about the big fucker, you know? So what's the plan? Do we run, or do we fight it?
Avenger, speaking plainly, it pains me to turn my back on an enemy. Face them once battle is joined, and crush them with all my power. That is my way.
And don't I know it? How could I not after all the time we've been together? You just managed to scrape by, dragging me along with you no matter how I may protest, and jumping right into losing battles without so much as breaking a sweat.
That was only because I misjudged your ability as one which creates a loop. If you were a more normal servant, I'd have no need to press you so hard.
I wonder about that. So is that what we're gonna do this time around too? At any rate, we will never make it to the castle unless we do something about that hulking bastard first.
No, even I am not that reckless. In all my battles up to this point, I was able to prevail because a chance for my victory existed. But here, that chance is non-existent. We are an extremely poor match for this opponent.
I let out a whistle. I would actually whistle, but I don't know how to fucking do that. Can you please? Thank you, Master. Just as Bazett said, we are a real bad match against that ginormous thing. My noble phantasm's just no good against it. Up against him, I couldn't survive so much a single blow. The first strike would be fatal. So if one hit equals death, I can turn the curse back on him. On the other hand, we could have Bazett counterattack with Wakraya, but she can only use it 3 times. It's crystal clear now that the monster's noble phantasm allows it to rise from the dead. We don't know yet how many times it's good for, but it likely outnumbers the use of Wakraya we got. Which means fighting it is out of the question, leaving us with...
escaping as it pursues us and heading for the castle. I suppose. Our chances of success with that are much better, but at least they won't be 0.
She's right about that much. But there's still something pretty big that Bazett's overlooking. That monster ain't something you can just ignore. To make it to the castle, we gotta take care of our new body somehow. This is it then. I'll stay here and throw that big bastard's fire while you make for the castle. Okay, our chances should be about 50-50 with that. As long as you make sure your pretty little feet don't stray off the path, you should be able to get to the castle no problem. The Einzbern castle's about 15 kilometers northwest of here. You got any more of those handy-rune carving talents? I'll bet you do. And if so, there's no problem. I know I earned at best about 1/10 of my keep, but you alone should be able to at least 10 times that.
Avenger, I shall never order you to do such a thing. I shall head to the castle together with you.
Don't be stupid. That'd be way harder on me. To be honest, I can keep up with you. I barely even made it here. If you run at the same pace as me, it will catch us for sure. Hoist the boy in your arms. Do it.
Pick him up like a puppy. Your weakness is but one of spirit. Rouse yourself. Put some backbone into it. You should be able to run if you only put your mind to it. You're always so quick to give up.
She really hit me where it hurts. Bazett's quite a gutsy lady. Oh, I know. I suppose I might be able to do something if I really put my mind to it. But it's a plain fact that I can't keep up with you at your usual speed.
Good grief. In that case, never mind the discussion of battle strategy. Should worst come to worst, shift yourself into spirit form and stay beside me.
Well, ain't that a clear-headed opinion? Doing that won't do a thing to help either one of us, though. So how are we gonna get out of this one? Any other time we'd both just go about playing the part that works best for us. Simple as that. The reason we can't do that now is because a certain someone over here is misunderstanding things in the most boring-ass way possible. Sheesh, this ain't like you, Master. What could it do to me to change into spirit form just to save my own hide? You know that if you die, that means curtains for the both of us, right? Right. So then the only thing that makes sense is to leave me behind here. Me being a slow runner and a burden overall, while General Bazett leads the one-woman charge and completes her mission to infiltrate the castle.
Pardon me, but I don't recall ever referring to you as a burden.
No, it's me saying it, because any way you slice it, I can do a thing on my own, see? I stick out my left leg to make a point. It was reduced to kibbles and bits by that giant ape when he charged us. That a fourth-rate heroic spirit like me managed to make it all the way here on my own power after that is pretty damn impressive if I do say so myself. Yup, the gutsy way ain't nothing to sneeze at.
No, if you'll remain here, then so will I. We shall construct a plan to defeat that servant here. I will not continue on by myself. I cannot simply leave you here.
Determined, but still doubtful. It's definitely not because of any deep feeling of affection. It was that same hand that once reached out to me in a gesture so severely mistaken. Out of pity, huh?
No, I feel no pity for you. I only feel that I should take responsibility for the wound you sustained. Thus, I chose to show it through refusing to leave you behind.
That's all wrong. Listen up, Master. You're saying you want to stay in here, not to achieve your goal, but to help me. Which is, well, not what you'd call a bad thing, strictly from my own perspective. If you want to help me, I'd just as soon let you. But as long as it's grounded in feelings of indebtedness like that, it's really quite a wicked thing to do. Worse than leaving me behind, in fact.
Indebtedness, you say?
Yeah, that kind of pity or compassion or whatever you choose to call it. You still listening, my little human miss? If you're planning on rescuing someone from despair, allowing negative emotions to motivate that is a no-go. Without a way to turn all those minuses into a plus, negating a despair that deep is hopeless. Even if you dig deep into the pits of sorrow and bring the sorrowful up into the light, there are those in this world who just can't be healed. I guess it's like this. It's one thing if you were willing to play daycare teacher 24/7 for the one you saved until the day they're rehabilitated back to society, but humans with that kind of time on their hands are thin on the ground. If you still just have to save a guy like that even then, without a reason for doing so, which will benefit at least one of you, the whole thing's just a lose-lose. wicked laughter. In the distance, I hear the monsters howl. Bazett stares fixedly at me, her face blank. Was I not clear? Then let me give you an example. Say that somewhere, there's this guy who's suffering the absolute worst fate in the world you could possibly think of. You get wind of this guy in the news, and hearing what he's going through really upsets you. That could be the meaningless sentimentality I'm talking about. This is a far-off, distant world we're talking about, one you couldn't do anything about even if you wanted to. So no matter what kind of tragedy goes on beyond your reach, just keep a smile on your face. That's right. To try to save someone who doesn't exist in your own world could mean to deny that world of yours. As the logic this world operates on, something that doesn't even bear mentioning. Unrelated humans and objecting humans affirm every misfortune and sorrow by that alone. That inequality cannot be overthrown, so why not just accept the happiness that's built on someone else's sacrifice? Even if it's a truly ugly and wretched life, if you're among the blessed, all you can do is smile and accept that that's just how it is. Otherwise, it's all for nothing. Live out your whole life opposite that contradiction and that ugliness. That's what a proper human should do. A human can't save anyone except himself. Saving another person solely for that other person's sake is no better than an excuse worthy of death. Such lip service can't save anyone. But if even then you still believe you can't save another, if you're still chirping stuff like, I want to save another, yeah, even then you feel like you've gotta do something, at least go to save them with a smile on your face. Thinking stuff like, I can't abandon him so I'll stay here, or I feel sorry for him so I'll go back, none of that's really any of your business. Don't cling to some stupid idea about wanting to share all the joy and sorrow that comes your way, not even for a moment. That's what I'm saying. All she needs to share with me is the joy. Coming to save me by bringing me sorrow could be nothing but pain in my ass. What I want is a no-question-asked fairy tale ending. Peace and love to exceed even the days of nothing but loss. That's right. For example, like dark and sunken eyes, seeing a bright and shining future in an outstretched hand.
Avenger, you...
Whoops, I really went off topic there for a second. If you'll forgive me being blunt, I'm telling you to get out of here. Even if we die, it's not like we won't see each other again soon. And it'd be pretty awkward if the thing that kills us is that compassion of yours. Look, you need to have a chat with that Einzbern master, don't ya? So get out there and go get it over with. I'll go on back ahead of you. The storm's coming closer. We'd better end our little chat post-haste before he shows up. What? Something on your mind?
No, that will be all. Then please, I will rely on you to contain the enemy for me, Avenger.
Gotcha! Okay then, give me a second to psych myself up and then I'll go out and give him a nice warm welcome while you sneak out the back. He really sounds like a beat-up dog. He's such an interesting person. I really love Avenger, actually.
He's really, really good.
Waving my hand to Bazett, I venture outside. Once she's made up her mind about something, she won't waste a moment's effort on anything unnecessary. She's already forgotten all about me and is running at full throttle straight to the castle by now. The Einzbern servant will be here any minute. I pull Bazett's glove that I picked up off the ground onto my right hand. It's pretty much used as a glove after Fragarak reduced it to cinders, but what in the hell? It might at least make for a good luck charm. Now then, guess this time I'll be cut clean and chew. Shit, this is why I told her I didn't want to come out here. The weakest under attack by the strongest, this is. There are way too many matchups like this in this Holy Grail War thing, god damn it. In the end, I left him behind. I allowed him to remain there, in a place where he was certain to be killed, and race into the forest, alone. I feel no debt towards him. As he said, this was the natural choice. A familiar should be played like a pawn, sacrificed to protect his king. Using one's servant as a shield to prolong your own life is a matter of course. If I'm going to feel indebted to him, it should only be if I fail to reach the castle. Should I fail to live up to the chance of victory he's given me, through his servant's devotion? Then, and only then... I've already grown accustomed to this, and I do understand. Furthermore, even if Avenger were to die, he will return to life again. Even if he's killed out there, he will be returned to the first night again. Nothing to lose, and nothing to regret. Just as before, I, as a magus of the association, shall conduct myself in a manner befitting my reputation as a first-rate agent. And yet I feel more pain than usual. These feelings of sentimentality, which I've felt once before, now seem to grate against my heart as I grit my teeth in discomfort. In irritation toward both him and myself, I find myself indiscriminately destroying everything in my path. The darkness of the night, the multitude of trees, and even the castle now visible beyond the forest. It feels like I tried to shoot them down if I relax my grasp on myself even for a moment. However, it's not those voiceless objects that I want to destroy the most, but... yeah.
Yes, now I, too.
Have left him behind. All of a sudden, I find myself wanting to apologize to all those unknown things. Even if it was the natural choice. Even if he told me to do so himself. The way I treated him was worse than any hatred or betrayal. You scapegoated, boy!
I love these two's dynamics so much.
Right?
I cannot think of a single pair of characters I have ever seen that operate like this. I love their attitudes.
Incredible how literally every fight is stacked so much against Avenger and he still goes, "Fuck it, we've all."
I love
He
your
tries so
Avenger
hard.
voice. I know everyone says it, but like, it's really good.
I have so much fun with it, holy shit.
I can tell, and I think that's half of what makes it good, is it's clear you really enjoy doing it.
The castle gates stand wide open. Without a moment's pause, I hurry inside. I may have left that monster far behind me, but in all likelihood, I still have no more than 5 minutes to spare. I must locate the Einzbern's master and force their surrender right away. Which is why I need to calm down and gather my wits. My goal isn't to do away with the master, but to have a few uncertain points clarified. I must ask the master of the Einzberns, the family acting as a cornerstone of the Holy Grail War, and said to know more about the heroic spirits than any other, about the mystery of these 4 days. I stormed the entrance to the castle foyer. They should have known we were here the moment we engaged that monster in combat. No need for stealth now.
Close now. 2nd floor. There.
As I ran toward the staircase, I put on a spare pair of leather gloves. I'm in the thick of enemy territory now. It couldn't be strange to find a blade at my neck at any moment and... a strike could come from any direction. An anachronistic long-handled weapon comes swinging down toward me. A halberd. Dodging that deadly ancient weapon, the style of which was beginning to fall out of favor even among the knights of the Holy Church, I jumped back out of the way. Oh! Oh my god, she has a fucking halberd?
Oh my god, she has a fucking halberd!
That's a halberd the size of her body. Like, look how big it is. Like, and how she's holding it, right? Like, she's not using the pole for leverage. She's grabbing it to smash her with it.
Intruder, if came to bully Illya, leave.
A boy's free of emotion. Wielding a weapon that must weigh in excess of 40 kilos, as though it were lighter than a feather. No, the awkwardness in her moves is as if she doesn't feel the weight at all. There's no room for doubt. This must be one of the finely honed battle usage synthetic humans of the Einzberns, a homunculus.
Won't go? Then no choice.
She's so perfect.
I love her so much. I love her so much.
Perhaps picking up on my own readiness for battle, the homunculus raises her halberd into the air. There's no time to try and gauge her ability. I have to take her down with my first strike. This is the second time I've faced off against an Einzbern-made homunculus, and a formidable opponent though she may be, I also know her limits. You love that sometimes, despite being the lowest of all, Avenger really does talk like a clear-eyed god sometimes. He has some good insight. Even if he's a big doomer. A flurry of attacks and defensive counters leaves us still facing off against one another. Her strikes with the halberd are like those of a child in a play sword fight. She has nothing to depend on but brute strength. But in addition to that, her raw power is so otherworldly as to be superhuman, transforming her into a force of nature in battle. Though not on the level of the monster out there, one blow from this homunculus could be more than enough to fatally wound me. A direct hit could likely shatter every bone in my body. Even while parrying the Gale-level force of her attacks, I managed to land 7 or so punches on her. And though each one contained enough power to have blown her internal organs out her back, not so much as a flicker of pain shows on the face of the homunculus. She's so cool!
She's so cool.
She's so fucking cool! I don't know whether that maid uniform of hers is some kind of superb mystic code, or whether she simply doesn't feel pain at all. At any rate, I'll have to break this homunculus's bones to bring her to a standstill. Huh? The fire of battle in the homunculus dies down. Her face, as expressionless as it was filled with a strong drive, suddenly drains of its former tension as... That's enough, Liz. Didn't I tell you to give a proper welcome to my guest? A young girl appears atop the staircase, her hair as white as snow. Good evening, dear guest. I believe we have not yet been introduced. I am the mistress of this castle, Illya von Einzbern. Pray tell me, what brings you to our humble abode so late in the evening? The girl ushers me inside with a polite grace that perfectly complements her loveliness. This girl is the Einzbern master? There's definitely a strong magical aura surrounding her. The amount of magical energy her body holds is simply phenomenal. A being beyond human, a natural-born magic circuit. There's no mistake. This girl, too, is a homunculus, crafted by the hands of the Einzberns. Oh my, the return greeting even though I came out to receive you in person? So these are the manners of the makers of the association. If you are unwilling to engage in proper conversation, then please feel free to depart our castle at once. She giggles. Even though she knows that I'm a master, there's not a trace of caution in her. It's almost as if she never saw me as a worthy opponent from the start.
Please forgive my earlier rudeness. My name is Bazett. I'm a master dispatched by the Mages Association, and it is in that capacity that I came here tonight.
I know that quite well. I believe you ran afoul of a servant in the forest, didn't you? I thought that our visitor might be you. No other master could dare to set foot in this place, not even by mistake. I was delighted to finally have you as a guest. Her smile is so carefree. My first impression of her could have been off the mark. There is no condescension in the girl's manner. She simply doesn't view me as her enemy. That's right. I do not wish to fight you. Or rather, I have no wish to fight any master. I am no longer a master myself, you see.
Oh no.
All of the other masters, yourself excepted, already know this, and so none make the journey to this forest.
Oh.
She's not a master? What does this mean? Stand down, Liz. It seems Bazett wishes to speak with me. Go and close the gates so that the monster from the forest cannot find its way in.
Oh no. Okay. But it's really alright, Illya.
It's fine. I wish to speak to Bazett in private. You've gotten awfully cheeky of late, Liz. Take care not to defy me like that again.
Yeah. Liz will do what Illya says.
The homunculus called Liz exits past me without so much as a watchful glance in my direction, as though our fierce battle a few moments ago never took place. Now, come this way, Bazett. You came here to talk to me, didn't you? I'd be glad to tell you anything I know. The girl descends the stairs and disappears into the far end of the lobby. Still reeling slightly from this completely unexpected turn of events, I take her up on the invitation. I know all the details of your circumstances. You entered my forest, got attacked by a monster, used your own servant as a decoy, and made it all the way here. Your purpose was twofold: to defeat the Einzbern master and to have certain questions answered. Am I mistaken? Otherwise, I don't believe you'd come all the way to this forgotten castle for the sole purpose of challenging me. The girl calmly lowers herself onto a chair, though I declined when offered a seat of my own. Even if she proclaims disinterest in fighting me, this place is still enemy territory. I can know for certain that she won't make this whole room disappear with a snap of her fingers. You're quite wary, aren't you, Bazett? Is this the result of the teaching of the association, or simply your character? Could it be that you're the type who won't so much as drink a cup of tea offered in enemy territory?
Depends on the situation, but I won't be having any tea here. Just as you said, I came here with questions that I want answered. I didn't come to engage in idle conversation.
Really? How disappointing. I suppose I'd better call off the preparations for tea then. I see you'd rather get your business over with quickly. Is this girl really the Einzbern master? I'm beginning to doubt her anew. No. If what she said about no longer being a master is true, then she's really no master at all.
Ilyasu, you say that you're not a master, but isn't the giant in the forest your servant?
That monster is my servant, but he's not the servant of the Einzberns. A bit of a mistake was made and he was driven mad. He is now merely a monster who protects me and connected to the Holy Grail War. The monsters appearing in the city, they're not quite the same, but you may think of them as being similar. He has no connection to the Holy Grail War, but is simply a monster who kills any master that enters the forest. He was a servant, but was beaten out for the position and is now but a formless ghost.
Beaten out for the position?
Yeah, there was no part available for him to play, and so I couldn't give him a decent role. This could not have happened were he the servant of the Einzberns.
So you were saying that monster is not the Einzbern servant? Then where is the servant who is?
Gone. For my servant was taken away from me by another master. That is why I see that I am no longer a master. On the 4th night after this Holy Grail War began, the servant was killed and the Einzbern master defeated. And the first to know that the Einzberns had been eliminated from the race should have been your servant. My mind freezes. Avenger knew that the Einzbern master had been defeated. Not that it comes as a surprise. The number of things he's keeping secret from me could fill volumes. I don't trust that suspicious guy at all, so this news is hardly enough to shock me. The faces in chat. What I find much more strange is... What's wrong? Is there something else troubling you? She giggles. This girl, she knows everything.
Illya, the servant of yours who was taken by another master, was that...
Don't you know? His name is Avenger, the one called Angramine, oldest of the world's evils. With a grating sound, my consciousness distorts. My fist unconsciously closes around the earring in my pocket. After laboring to calm my sudden ragged breath, I say,
That's quite strange. First, I've never heard of an Avenger class before. Second, a heroic spirit such as Angramine shouldn't exist in the first place.
I finally put into words the question that's haunted me ever since this all began. But of course, the one called Angramine does not exist. The one who answered the summons as Avenger is but a fraud bearing the Angramine name, a mere human. An ordinary person with no relation to the great evil of the old legends, knowing neither magic nor mystery. He was the one selected at random to become an effigy, and treated as a demon for the rest of his life. Nothing more than a scapegoat. A fairy tale from a far-off, distant world. Once there existed people who, distraught by all the strife that had come to be in the world, created for themselves a new world isolated deep in the mountains. But though they had gathered together in the hopes of living as an embodiment of man's innate goodness, they were unable to divorce themselves from the evil nature also inherent in man. Doubt and deception, hatred and resentment. No matter how gloriously they sang the praises of human good, evil was still born among them. So they decided that someone had to shoulder the blame for the ugliness of the world. This evil was not something that could have been born from within any of them. That they themselves had this evil in their nature couldn't be true. The evil of mankind stems from the venom of something demonic which comes to infect us. We must all lead lives of purity and righteousness. Therefore, they required a root of all evil. They required an effigy to bear the weight of all sin. Someone of whom it could be said, it is only you who is evil. And so, a scapegoat was created to become all the evils in the world, a lone sacrifice. Every so often, people like that get mixed in amongst the heroic spirits. Though he himself only meant to lead an ordinary life, in death he is deified by those around him, and revered as a hero. Dead men tell no tales, so even if you force them into a role that's convenient for you like that, you will never hear them complain. For those virtuous ones who know no doubt, they certainly make a suitable target for worship. But his case was beyond the pale. Perhaps it was because of what the people were worshipping in him. Anger and hatred. He was treated as a real, genuine demon, and onto him they pressed all of their condemnation and blame. Poverty, sickness, disaster, and finally the fear that they all could die one day. They made him an outlet for their emotions, pelting him with accusations that all of these things existed only as a fault of his presence. But through this, the people were saved. Since a demon like that exists in this world, there's nothing we can do about it, they said. Every bad thing that exists is his fault, not ours, they said. And thus, in death, he came to be viewed as a heroic spirit. Not a single great deed did those hands commit, nor did any man venerate him, but he saved a great many people even so. While he still lived, he became a god. While he still lived, he had his human nature taken away. The name he was given at birth was stripped away from him, and he was spoken of as a great evil. Get this, my name is gone. He spoke of it as though it were a trifling matter. Even if you order me to remember, that record just doesn't exist. Anywhere in this world anymore, he declared, without any trace of resentment. And in response, your next name was one that you were fondly called as a hero. Even if it is a title, it is a name that gained acclaim from people. Of course you could like it. How could I have ever said such a thing?
So that is Avenger. A human chosen as Einzbern, the evil nature of the world. Is that what you're saying?
That is correct. However, when it comes to ability, he is utterly useless. Although he was called Einzbern, that kind of religious faith being placed on him doesn't guarantee the manifestation of any special powers. While he lived, and after his death, when he was seen as a heroic spirit, he was a mere human. Well, the exclusion of his name from Avesta, meaning that he is free from the laws of order as well. Nevertheless, it is far from earning a heroic spirit label. As a servant, he was garbage, good for absolutely nothing.
Garbage?
Huh? Why, it seems that something has upset you all of a sudden. You should know there's nothing to be gained by killing me. Could it be that you're more dangerous than you look? Now that she says that, I realize that I'm seething with anger. What the girl said wasn't far off the mark. It's true that, as a heroic spirit, he's incredibly weak, and at first I did think he was useless. But that was only due to my lack of understanding at the time, added to the fact that it's hard to grasp his good points. No. He really was so useless back when he was my servant, Bazett. He did not become the heroic spirit the people wished for until much later on. Until the wish he was saddled with was fulfilled, he remained powerless. Neither did he have a single noble phantasm at his disposal. No noble phantasm? No. Does she mean that he couldn't use his noble phantasm while he was the Einzbern cat servant? This doesn't add up. The Einzbern girl whose servant was taken away. If he was taken, that would make me the one who took him. About this, there can be no mistake. I don't have the first idea of how I was able to usurp the contract from her, but it seems that this girl's contract with Avenger was switched with mine? So then, what does the death on the fourth day signify? Being taken away is not the same as dying. This girl is talking about multiple conclusions at once. That's enough talk about my now departed servant for now, isn't it? I want to hear about your servant, Bazett. You're a makers of the association after all. So am I wrong in thinking that you were able to summon a heroic spirit of great renown?
No, my servant is...
Avenger, I was going to say, but hesitated before my mouth could shape the words. It's partly because I'm the one that she said took him from her, but on top of that, I can't shake the feeling that she's lying to me about something. Your servant is?
I don't really have much reason to tell you now that you're no longer a master. And besides,
He's already long dead. Right when I arrived at this castle, all response from Avenger ceased. He's already returned to the first night, and there he waits for me to awaken, just like always.
Yes, for that is his ability.
To be reborn even from death. No, to start over from the first day when we were still alive. Which means that the girl before my eyes must already know all about this ability to rewind.
Ieyasu, you said that Avenger could not use Noble Phantasm, did you not? To what are you referring? Avesta, or...
I don't quite know what you're talking about, but he couldn't use any at all. Neither one nor the other. I've already said so, haven't I? As a tool, Avenger was completely useless. So this must mean that the Einzbern Master knows nothing at all about Avenger's Noble Phantasm. Never mind Avesta, his ability to resurrect from the dead far surpasses even other Noble Phantasms. There's just no way anyone who's experienced that power firsthand could so summarily dismiss him as useless.
Come to think of it, there's really no use talking about Avenger like this. Let us get to the heart of the matter, Ieyasu. What are your impressions of this Holy Grail War?
Who knows? I was removed from the running quite a while ago. I have no further interest in this Holy Grail War. It's already over for me, so I'm simply watching from here until the whole thing is finished.
So I take it you know nothing of the familiars appearing in the town either?
Not a thing. Didn't I just say so? I'm out of the running. But then again, yes. This is the last night that those monsters will overrun the town. They can only exist from the start until today, the evening of the 4th day. It came up again. Another link to the period of 4 days. I think it just clicked for me, but because I have context that you don't. I think I just realized something.
My brain is going at full fucking power.
My search, it is something that you could actually start to figure out. It's just that I know something that you do not yet know, but you could figure it out. My search for clues relating to that was what originally brought me here tonight.
Ieyasu, about the abilities of my servant.
I tell her, with a certain conviction, all of what has happened so far. Rebirth from death, the endlessly restarting Holy Grail War. No, that's not it. About my servant and I, who, no matter how many times we repeat them, cannot move beyond these 4 days. Repeating the Holy Grail War. I see. So that is how it seems to you. No. Both of you are the only ones who are confined. We are the only ones who are confined. She is right in saying that. Be it from the perspective of the girl who cannot rewind, the 4th day will be followed by a 5th. But the two of us must return to the first day. We are standing in the middle of the vast river cold time, never moving downstream from where we stand and going back upstream again and again. You came here to find a solution, I see. You wish to stop the Holy Grail War and pass beyond the 4th day?
No, I simply...
I haven't the slightest desire to stop the Holy Grail War. I only want to know for certain why this boundary of 4 repeating days confines us as it does. Oh no? Then just what is this that you want? If things continue as they are, you will remain in eternal... No. All I want is to win this abnormal Holy Grail War and fulfill the duty I was sent here for. I see. Had you wished to sever the contract with your servant, I'd be willing to lend a hand, but a problem of this nature isn't within my jurisdiction. As I've told you several times, I am out of the running. I have no desire to go outside this castle. Why, this Holy Grail war of yours has become the way it is. Is something only you can investigate, Bazett. The girl rises from her seat. Illya's veil moves toward the lobby, as though she's lost all interest in me. Good night, Bazett. If what you say is true, then tonight is the night you return again, right? You're welcome to stay in the castle until that happens. If you go back out into the forest, you're likely to be killed by the monster. The stars are beautiful tonight. Now that you're alone, take this chance to think for a while about what you're trying to accomplish, and whether you're sure you want to find the cause of this sense of unease you're feeling. Jeez. I leave the winter castle behind me. I refuse the girl's offer. Even if in the forest I do encounter that monster and might defeat at its hands, I simply stay here passing the time in tranquility all by myself. As she said, the sky is remarkably clear. While gazing up at the countless number of stars overhead, I think of him. The one who doubtlessly replied with something sarcastic like, "How can they be countless? If you can see him, you can count them too, if he were here."
It's not why we reach the end every 4 days that I should be trying to figure out. It's why things got this way in the first place.
The rewinding ability isn't Avenger's noble phantasm. I do remember him having said so himself. That this was a special bonus from having made a contract with me. What did he mean by a special bonus? If this isn't a noble phantasm, I ask myself, then just what kind of miracle could make this possible? A wish-granting magic vessel? I deny the answer that rises to the surface of my mind.
I can't trust Avenger. I can only do what I can to the best of my abilities.
That's it. Next time, I'll go out into the town during the day while he sleeps. Avenger is incapable of action during daylight hours, but I myself have no such Are we going to have Bazett scenes in town? Although I've avoided going out during the day thus far, it's not as though I'm a vampire or anything of the sort.
The Magi of Fuyuki should be Tohsaka and Mato, and the one who survived from last time, Amiya Kiritsugu.
If I'm going to take action, why not start from there? Keeping it quiet from my servant, I will go out into the town. Once again, I feel an unnecessary pain in my chest. It could have been so much better if I truly couldn't trust them. Because I want to believe in him. I'm hiding things from him and seeking out the truth. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man!
Oh my god. My brain is going too fast.
There's so much going on. There's so much fucking go... And there's this one that we haven't checked quite yet, huh? That we have been delaying all of this time. The ghost house plot during the day. We have to immediately after that, right?
Give me just a second to run to the bathroom, and then yes, we have to.
By all means, by all means. I am so excited. This game is everything. I love this game so much. Holy shit. Holy shit. I love Bazett. I love Angra. Okay, so before Anya returns, I know a couple of things of what is going on with like the weird stuff in the, let's say, night timeline. Like I know what's going on there exactly. like, at least I know a thing that is happening there. So I am putting together the point of reset there, something related there. I am not going to say anything more because she's about to come back, and I do not want to accidentally say something out loud and have her be like, "Oh, you know about this thing?" I think I know. Namely, though, I'm just thinking about how Illya mentioned that Avenger was taken away from her on the 4th day, essentially. That is particularly the big hint clue that I'm thinking of. But we will see about things.
Hello.
Hello! This shit is just too good, yeah.
My brain is going so fast, I'm like tripping over my own thoughts.
It's so weird to have a 100% serious Illya scene. Yeah!
The last time that happened, she got murdered.
We've got good Illya content today, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go Ghost House, then.
We're gonna go ghost.
Incidentally, I overheard a rumor at a street corner. On the outskirts of Shinto, in the forest beyond the church, there stands a Western-style mansion. And nobody knows where it came from. It's just a house. I don't know why I said mansion. The rumor spread with surprising swiftness. It seems there are people who have actually found it too. People sure are curious. The people that started this rumor and the ones that went around every mansion to look for it. One of these curious fellows is right here. Man, don't I have better things to do? Oh, that didn't take long. The rumored haunted house was quite easy to find. By the way, I never did get to hear what's so haunted about it. I have no business being in a place like this. There's probably nothing inside, and it'd be trespassing to begin with. I see. So we have to say, I guess I shouldn't go because that's just a scene we haven't seen and it's likely we will get locked out otherwise. For completion alone, we have to deny this and just fucking cockblock ourselves.
I love cock blocking.
That's right, what the hell am I doing? I keep saying the town is strange, but what's really strange is this recklessness of mine. There's nothing remotely suspicious about it, and not one particle of me feels like staying around here. Alright, let's head back to the part of town with actual people in it. Y'all fucking thought! Oh my god, okay. Saber, okay, so I am going to make a small executive decision here because I know of things to come, and so I want to push a Tohsaka agenda.
Tohsaka.
You could have said Ringenda, you know? But, you know, if you do have a strong preference for Ku or Saber, I could also be completely down.
The board makes no strong disagreements.
A Tohsaka gender, yes.
Pretty sure she's she/her.
Tohsaka gender.
That's true.
It is true, because there's that one official art that is just blatant foot fetish with Tohsaka.
Based.
Tohsaka's back. I wonder what she's up to. Maybe I'll go take a peek. Pardon my intrusion. Huh. She's not here? I haven't heard a response since I came in from the porch. Maybe she left the doors unlocked in a rush? Ah, that's one thing she definitely wouldn't do. Hey, Tohsaka! I feel signs of human presence on the second floor. I head up the stairs to see. Oh, Emiya-kun, you came over? Ah, she's here after all. Going up to the second floor, I finally find Tohsaka in her room. Sorry, I was yelling but didn't hear a response, so I came in by myself. I thought you'd think you would just leave the house like this. If you did, you couldn't have come in, right? But of course. And so I find myself dumbfounded by the scene in this room. That's certainly something amazing happening here. That's a week's worth of luggage that was packed in here. There's a wide open trunk. No matter how I look at it, the contents spread out on the floor. The contents spread on the floor don't look like they should fit inside. It looks like the trunk was holding roughly twice its volume in luggage. Is there some kind of spell on that trunk? The thought did cross my mind, but the possibility of me messing up the capacity distortion spell and the whole trunk exploding at the airport or something was too embarrassing.
Tohsaka brings a bomb to the airport.
Why was she fucking Saber? Why was she fucking Saber in?
Why would Saber be packing, I wonder?
It certainly could be embarrassing, but more than avoiding shame, it's of utmost importance to prevent magic from being exposed to the public eyes. One careless mistake like that could be enough to get the association going after you. There's a technique to packing too. Yeah, Rin? I'm sure this much could fit in there, no problem. Now that I think of it, my old man was also good at that. Kiritsugo used to travel with a small bag, but he always managed to stuff a disproportionately large amount of luggage in it. A special skill of a wayfarer, I guess. Just imagine rolling this huge trunk from train to train, or on a stone path. Traveling abroad really is troublesome. Having suddenly come into this room, with things she probably doesn't want me to see, I inadvertently turn my eyes toward the window. Or I planned to anyway. My indiscretion immediately discovered, Tohsaka starts poking my cheek as if to say she doesn't really mind. Oh. Going there is one thing, but coming back. I got this much sent back by courier, and just when I thought I was finally done. That's true. After a fun trip, getting your luggage sorted out can be a real pain. That's even more true after a trip you didn't enjoy, especially for girls who also had to deal with an immeasurable amount of clothes. This isn't the event I know the event you're all waiting for, and it's why I was pushing the Rain agenda.
Let's see.
But this is cute too. Thinking back to when joking about Kiritsugo was just the tip of the iceberg. And then, I can also see a few items wrapped up in nice paper. I wasn't going sightseeing, so I thought I'd have less luggage on the way back, but I was wrong. So you actually got some souvenirs, Tohsaka. The best I've ever gotten from her as a souvenir was an assortment of some hot spring manju. Still, I fear this place is going to look like a disaster zone until someone works up the courage to sort out this ever-expanding mountain of luggage. I'll be blunt, Tohsaka is not good at tidying things up. That state of her room at my house is proof enough of that. I'll help you then. Yeah, sorry. Tohsaka smells bitterly. So... Oh? This wet and smooth cloth I feel must be... Ah! Oh! That area's off limits! My butt! I get scolded by Tohsaka after getting knocked head over heels into the corner. Just what did she hit me with? Gander? Or was that some forbidden technique from the martial arts she used to practice? How long do you plan to stay upside down, Shiro? You're the one who flipped me over, aren't you? It's just under... I feel like I might get shot again if I say it. Okay, that era's of limits. Why did you happen to grab that of all things, and so crudely? I just randomly took it out, that's all. Fine, fine, I'll have to hide the stuff I don't want you to find from now on. And there's also all this laundry. I guess it could have been better to send this over to your place, Shiro. The laundry situation at her house is already quite grave, and now she wants to add more to it. Sakura and Ryder might not be able to handle a week's worth of clothes on top of the regular workload. So why didn't you? I wonder. Maybe what I wanted was a clear distinction between the beginning and the end of a trip, or at least that's the kind of useless junk floating in my mind. A person's way of life really is an unending journey. So I thought it's hard for Tohsaka to separate herself from this mansion. Aww. For one reason or another, she's basically settled at my place, but this is where her heart is. Knowing that, this formal mansion has a different atmosphere about it. She exhales while looking at the mountain of luggage and says, I'll sort out this luggage myself. After all, if I had to keep hitting you, I'll just wear myself out. Sorry, as an apology, I'll go make some tea. Oh, it's fine. It will get cold by the time I'm done anyway, and that'd be a waste. That is true. It'd be weird if I just sit there sipping tea while she's sorting all this out. Is there anything I can do, like cleaning or making lunch? If I need you for something, I'll call you. Right now, this looks like it may take a while. In that case, there's no reason for me to stay here. That's fine. I can come back to check on her another time. Alright, I'll head out. And you sure there's nothing I can help with? I could put on the maid outfit. The immediate, giggle.
Because I'm thinking about it.
You sure don't seem to trust me much. Whose scheming is this, I wonder? Despite her suspicions, I'm pretty sure the only one scheming anything is Tohsaka herself. Good grief, I think, with this rug. And... Right, I forgot. It's a good thing you are here, Shiro. As I thought. Sure enough, I know it would end out like this. As I prepare myself for what's coming, Tohsaka dives back into the pile of luggage, saying, Is this it? No, not that. Maybe here? As she searches. So, what is it? Found it. Yes, here you go. I'm worried by this light paper bag I've been handed. It's in fancy department store wrapping. What kind of job awaits me? Don't make a face like that. It's just a souvenir. For me? Oh, okay. Thank you. Right. I want to just escape with this in my arms. With a surprise attack like this, how am I supposed to show my thanks? However, as I stand there contemplating, Tohsaka glares at me in displeasure. There aren't any purse snatchers here or anything, so open it and check it out. That kind of thing only happens in movies or... No, I get it. I'm ready. So in an overly dramatic way that doesn't harm the wrapping, I break the seal and check out the contents. A plaid scarf. It's not all heavy, yet it looks quite warm. Is this alright? It wasn't too expensive, was it? Why do you want to know the price? It's fine, isn't it? After all, it will get cold soon. That's true, and this looks really warm. Huh. It's kinda long, isn't it? It seems big enough to wrap around an extra time. However, you can certainly wrap it any way you like when it's this long. I will let you decide how to use it. You can warm Saber up with it or something. No, I wasn't thinking that. This is a gift from Tohsaka.
All the more reason.
Yes, that's why I left how to use it up to you. You said well. Dumbfounded, I grabbed the scarf. For Yuki's autumn isn't cold enough to use this yet. When the time comes, I'll show her a thing or two. I'm repeating myself, but thank you again. You're very welcome, Shiro. Oh, cute!
Aw.
Adorable, amazing,
That was just
incredible.
sweet. That was just great.
I think I'm going to pass on the night scenes right now in case we run into the hour-plus long scene accidentally, or we get engaged in a fucking bad scene this late. Like, no, we are leaving in 20 minutes now. Let's call it a day. And just do something light in the morning.
I agree.
And light in the morning is... nothing.
Nothing.
Okay. Sure. There's Saku again. At the harbor, there's a familiar face. Lancer can be found anywhere, but in the afternoon, this is where he devotes himself to his hobby. What should I ask him about? Cooperation. Oh. Well then, I'm not entirely sure myself how I reached this conclusion, but I feel that to defeat the enemy that I haven't seen, I need the help of others. Archer is out of the question. Caster is currently a pacifist. Assassin might as well be a statue. Ryder simply doesn't care as long as she can protect Sakura. Illya is enjoying herself just sitting on the sidelines and watching. That means he is the only one left. Oi, Lancer! I wave and greet him. Complicated rhetoric doesn't work on this guy, so I get straight to the point. I explain it the best I can. The abnormality of these 4 days. How even though we've never met, I'm vaguely aware of the 8th Master appearance and fighting style. That the Lady Magus is part of the abnormality happening now. And since Saber and I are poor match for her, perhaps I could borrow the support of another servant. Lancer doesn't turn around at all. His eyes are lazily staring at the sky, looking more and more displeased.
Let me confirm something. This woman, does she have short red hair and a business suit?
Huh? Yeah, and she wears leather gloves and punches people.
Earrings?
If I remember correctly, no earrings?
Lastly, she all in one piece.
Huh? She looks healthy, I guess, though I can't really say how much about what's under her clothes. And the question stopped there. Lancer sighs.
Harsh. Ain't no reason to fight after you kick the bucket.
Oh man. He grumbles. Lancer, I still don't know who or what, yes. All I know is that she's an enemy. The next time Saber and I go on patrol, I'd like to ask for your help.
Sorry, but go find someone else. We'll pass.
Oh, God almighty. Even though he says it in a relaxed tone, the refusal is final. This is what makes this man really scary. Only now do I realize he can't smile while wielding a lance without mercy. Do you mind me asking why?
It's just a lack of interest. Not because I don't like you. I still owe you a favor. You want anything else, you got it. But she's an exception.
Wow, okay.
Even if the king gave an order, I'd still refuse.
The way he says it, there's no room for discussion anymore. It's the word of a man who had never defied his lord when he was alive. It looks like Lancer will never get involved where she's concerned. Yup. Yup. Yeah, making you think a lot, huh?
Thinking some stuff. Having some thoughts.
Having some thoughts. Okay, afternoon time.
There's some neurons firing in my brain.
Temple new. Hi, assassin, I guess. Sure. It's been a while. At the top of a long flight of stone steps stands the Ryudo Temple Gate. The gate guard here is rather stubborn and difficult to deal with, instead of something like lion dogs or Neo statues. Guess who's here today? The figure of Sasaki Kojiro, assassin, comes into view. Having never gone into town, he has literally disappeared within the temple gate. An imposing character like that in broad daylight with temple visitors around could be rather odd. Fortunately, no one but Espers should be able to see him, or so you'd think. Out for a casual stroll, I end up coming all the way here. I wonder why. Despite having the day off, I bet Issei still went to school. Even if I go out of the way to offer him a cheerful greeting, the chances of being able to get a conversation going with Kojiro are slim. Kojiro himself only glances toward me. Finding no ill intent, he shifts his gaze elsewhere. But you know, after standing guard all day long, you can't help but be bored. A job where you don't do anything. Even if that's an exaggeration, I can't fathom how tiresome that must be. I feel sorry for him. Maybe I should bring a present or something next time. He doesn't look like the kind of guy that dislikes drinking. Should I take some from the main temple building? Suddenly, Kojiro stands up. Behind me, I hear someone going up the stone steps. Out of breath, they make frequent stops along the way. Wondering who that may be, I hide behind the gate and take a peek. Kojiro aside, there was no need for me to hide. I just followed along. Aww.
Oh.
As she's having a rest just a few steps before the top, I see a familiar face. Sagusa? Is she alone? Once recovered, she slowly conquers the last bit. The guard in question, Kojiro, gazes at Sagusa silently. Her epic ascent finally over, she looks at him uneasily, not noticing me yet. But she sees Kojiro, and I do recall hearing about this somewhere. She speaks up, a hint of fear in her voice. Well, can't blame her. Not when this anachronism of a swordsman stands in front of her, and not a single TV crew or signboard in sight.
Excuse me, would you happen to be from the temple?
That is correct.
I'm not sure if it would be impolite of me to ask, but is there a festival going on?
A very Sagusa-like straight pitch. She must be inquiring about Kojiro's antique-looking clothes.
A festival. Seems this temple does have a history behind it. I recall Castor talking about it, but sadly, I do not know when.
What kind of history, I wonder? Sagusa ponders, tilting her head to the side.
Castor-san. Kazuki-sensei's wife, right?
That's correct, unfortunately.
She seems a little off-put by his blunt manner of speech. Perhaps it's about time to interrupt them. Just as I'm about to make an appearance, Sagusa's unexpectedly persistent stance stops me in my tracks. The way things are now, this is not a good time to come out.
Caster-san and Kazuki-sensei are a really good match for each other, I think. Can I have your name?
Tsushida Kojiro.
So, Kojiro-san, don't you think they're a good match?
Tsushida? Stop making up weird names! Did he think she might get suspicious if he called himself Sasaki Kojiro while wearing that outfit?
And what's your name?
My name is Segusa Yukika.
Miss Yukika, watching her antics as she chases after her dear husband, with not a hint of recognition from him, used to be one of the few sources of amusement I had. Recently, not quite as much.
You are a wicked man, Kojiro. However, I can sympathize. Being perpetually assigned to guard duty while Caster strolls around freely in town could put anyone in a foul mood.
That's so.
Sasaki like, no, he was supposed to be mine.
What? It's just my perverted taste. Knowing that she's been blessed by an innocent child like you would probably make her happy.
Muttering thus, he sits down on the stone steps.
Innocent, am I?
She really is, though she couldn't notice it herself. But despite her nervousness, she still sits down beside him.
Kojiro-san, it really isn't just my imagination, is it?
While saying that, Segusa runs her hand all over Kojiro's costume. While his face may remain stone still, he's definitely traveled.
Maki-chan and Kane-chan both say that there isn't a samurai at the temple gate, but there really is one after all.
They probably just came at the wrong time.
He mutters in bewilderment, staying beside her. Befriended by a cute light puppy, even Kojiro finds it hard to be unkind. A cute little puppy, sorry.
Really? When did you come to the temple?
Oh, no, just the temple gate. Watching from above, seeking out imprudent fellows amongst the visiting pilgrims. That's the duty of this gate guard, you see.
He isn't exactly lying, but he isn't quite telling the truth either. Of course, he'd be reluctant to talk about serpents and so forth in the first place.
So that's why you're dressed like a samurai. And here I thought maybe you were practicing for the fall festival performance.
I see. While Kojiro sits there dumbfounded, Segusa's face is sparkling with an innocent smile.
That's great. You really are like a samurai. Kojiro-san. That big sword behind your back. Is it real?
Yeah, that is a new assassin face.
It's a Bichuaoi blade, over 5 feet long.
She has hit the hyperfixation rumble button.
Sword time.
Hearing that it's a real sword, Segusa leaps back. No wonder, when you think about it, seeing a man armed with a real sword right in front of you is a bit of a shock. Even my thick-headed self could be perturbed in that situation. And I fucking love swords.
I'm stupid and even I'd be scared.
Don't be scared. I would not dare attack defenseless women and children.
But is it really alright with police?
Temples and shrines have always had the right to protect the people. Do not worry.
What century is that from? Gathering her resolve once again, Segusa timidly goes back to sitting by his side. The flow of the conversation is interrupted, and silence sets in, yet there is definitely a friendly air between the two of them. As I watch from behind the gate, I suddenly feel rather embarrassed by this act of voyeurism.
Kojiro-san,
What now?
If it's alright,
Listening to this makes me nervous. I mean, Segusa's talking to a guy out of her own will. Just what is it that attracts her to Kojiro? Is it his slightly greater than average audacity? Had Makidera been here, there'd be more than a little violent uproar, no doubt.
this seems adorable. Next time, I thought maybe you could meet with Maki-chan and Kane-chan.
Are those your friends? Yeah, Kane. I recall seeing someone by that name.
Kojiro's nodding, but his face remains stern.
Really? So it turns out you already know Kane-chan?
She would not have seen me. However, I was up above at that time. But what's with all that? Oh?
No, I thought that was a narration.
But what's with all that? What has a hermit like me done to deserve this attention?
He lets out a light sigh. His dramatic attitude looks nothing more than an attempt to relieve some boredom at the expense of Segusa's naivete.
Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't my intention. I see.
He seems dejected. It could take someone like Makidera or Tohsaka to extract a promise as overbearing as that.
Miss Yukika.
In that case, how about my younger brothers? Would you meet them?
Aw.
Why them?
If they find out that there's a real samurai here, I'm sure they'll be astonished. And so if you promise,
Having said that much, she stays silent. Not that it makes it any less forceful. Hearing promise, the word causing her anxiety, a faint smile appears on Kojiro's face. There is no way Segusa could know the weight of the promise that binds his body here.
So you have little brothers. Yukika don't?
yes, I'm the eldest sibling.
I see. They ought to be kind and loving brothers, just like their big sister.
The praise causes Segusa's cheeks to light up, bright red in an instant. She's flustered once again.
But that's not good at all. They're troublemakers that never listen to what they're told, they're gluttons, and all they ever do is embarrass me. And I brought them along. And had I brought them along, I'm sure they would say something bad to you too, Kojiro-san.
There's no need to be anxious, Miss Yukika. I believe there's nothing wrong with recollecting the days long gone, once in a while. Right?
Hey, Eve! Welcome back to the waking world.
I'm glad to see you.
Were you awake when we got the unknown boost of Einzbern origin that turns you into a cat? Nothing like that. Kojiro is getting dramatic again. Twisted as he is, he can still weave in a glamorous quote, or did he actually mean it? If that's the case, I have greatly underestimated Segusa's skill.
Really?
Let us meet again, whenever you see fit. That said, nighttime visits are dangerous. Daytime, as the chance comes.
Oh, well then, I'll come visit again, this time with my brothers. Sorry for imposing.
She bows deeply. In the end, despite wanting to leave, well, I guess it's alright. So I really did end up just watching them. Kojiro knew it, but it's rather rude for me to be peeking on Segusa.
That little trill you just did between the two R's, I loved that.
Thank you. As quietly as possible, I take my leave. Well then, how about I go have a look around the main grounds? And that
Cute.
would be it as an ending to cap today.
Yeah, a nice little aftercare scene after the heavy thoughts that we've had to experience.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this much if I can help it.
And next time we will begin with either Storage Saber, going to the Einzbern Castle, Kuzuki in the temple grounds, or that's about it.
Very, very good.
Oh wait, the ghost house now has actually the ghost house, not just the silhouette.
Sick. Heavy thoughts as in, plot happens. I am deeply disappointed there was not a single rider. All day. Didn't even see her.
I mean, it's fine. She had her fill with the background, so she didn't need to appear in the story.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. She's been digesting on the side of She's digesting deliriously. Wow.
We ate good with this stream, just like Ryder.
Just like Ryder. Speaking of today's plot, can you read to everyone what my Discord blurb has been for the past couple of days?
Yeah, absolutely. Because it is all evils in the world deliriously horny. That's what you are. You are just a disgusting little piece of grail mud that corrupts everything you touch.
Disgusting little piece of grail mud? I shouldn't find those words as hot as I just did.
No one's surprised. I can just speak to you in a firm voice and you start howling.
Wow. Wow.
There's no sport in this.
Wow. No, see, Abby gets me. Abby understands. You also got Abby with that one.
Really? Good lord.
That is because Abby is a very, very good girl in chat.
That explains the collar thing, actually.
Wow, yeah, we're putting her on blast in front of 30 people.
Easy breezy.
The wag broken emote. What are your general thoughts on what the fuck is happening in this game?
I have so many pieces in front of me, but I have so many ways that I can put them together that I'm not sure which one to latch onto. I'm like, I know I need a single sliver of further information and I will solve this fucking mystery.
There is one piece of information that when you get it, you're going to have so much stuff clicking.
Literally, I can tell. I have all of the pieces that I need. The framework is there.
It's gonna be so fun when you figure things out. But until then, it has been really wonderful to just go through this with you as usual.
Of course. It wasn't as show-stopping of a scene as we had last time, but this was a very good, calm, enjoyable read sesh. Even the plot was very...
light.
It was, I don't know about light, but it wasn't intense.
Yeah.
Only got a third of the game remaining. That's insane to me.
Yeah, right? I'm just going to say a couple of things. First of all, I want more of Illya like this.
If every scene with Illya was like the scenes we got today, where she was just a jokey character, and then when she gets serious, she gets really serious. This was peak Illya content.
Yeah, even in the fucking booth scene where she's giving everyone the drink, and she's a fucking mixologist.
Even in the booze scene, where they could have easily made it bad, they didn't. They restrained themselves, and it was cute and wonderful.
And we got fucking Cat Ren and fucking Lion Saber. And more
Cat
Liz.
Ren.
I was getting there. I was getting there with more Liz.
Liz with the halberd.
I need that made carnally.
Mm-hmm.
I need that made carnally. You've seen how she looks without the outfit too. You've seen her hair too and everything.
Oh, okay.
Like when she...
Ich habe COVID.
Did you just say you have fucking COVID in German?
like sort of.
I don't even know where to begin grasping this.
At the base.
That wow. Wow. Oh.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, I need to fucking control myself.
You two are wreck.
Thank you. We try really hard.
Truthfully honored.
You have no idea how difficult it is to maintain these levels of chaos.
Is it? It's definitely not hard for you, because it's not hard for me.
We are Rex with you. Yeah, Chad is Rex.
Yeah, like, you know, Rex, like the dogs.
Good puppies, Chad. Good doggies. Who are good boys, girls, and anything in between. Oh, good puppies, Chad. Thank you for coming here. You're such good puppies. And now I wait to see what reaction that may incur from currently Chad. I'm imagining at least one key smash from Abby. 1, 2... You squeaky bonked me. Oh, one from Eve, you say? Eve, are you okay? Wait, no. Pelt actually works. James, wait. Pelt actually works. Go. Wait. Oh, it didn't? What do you mean it didn't? It should have worked. Pelt is actually a command I have, isn't it? 1 second, chat. I need to check my commands. Stop. Rubiconian fire. No. Sorry. I need to increase the amount of items thrown per dollar.
I agree.
I just realized that was over too soon. I got used to like the time that happened to Jackie. Let me
Keep
just
hitting
double.
her. Keep hitting her like this, chat. We're edging her.
Okay. Let me check with the commands 1 second. Wait. Rain, pour, drop, flood, bury, kill, worms, worm. Oh. Pour is not one. Pelt is not one. It's power. Okay. Pelt is now included. There we go. I had to. It was very important to me. Wait. You're so lucky you don't get any of this pain. You're so lucky that in this diminished existence you do not have pain receptors.
Am I lucky or am I being left out?
They're yours. Hey, do you want me to teach you how to set this up so this can happen to you on your stream as well?
So, it was suggested during the stream last night that I get, like, a command to have me being, like, kicked around like the Boston Dynamics robots, and I really, really like that idea.
That's so funny, actually.
Isn't it?
I will send you some links to things that could be really funny.
I would love that.
Do I feel pain? My pain receptors are fried. I can only feel pleasure. Don't worry about it.
So the answer is yes, but watch out.
Yes, but watch out. Do you know what the funniest part of all of this joking about haha masochistic pelting whack is? I actually have a low pain tolerance.
That's what makes it fun.
Gonna upload any more bots, Anya, says James in chat.
I have had all of the Deltarune VODs sitting on my computer for a while now. I just haven't made a thumbnail and I keep forgetting.
Take your time.
No, I've taken plenty of time. I should probably get on that.
Fair. Anyway, this was a wonderful sesh.
Yes, it absolutely was. Had a ton of fun. Again, not as exciting as last one, but certainly still fantastic.
I mean, what could have been as exciting as...
What could have been as exciting as Rider Bath? Yes. Well, have a good night. Thank you, chat, for watching. Thank you, Wack, for having me.
And thank you for being here.
Me?
Yes! You're such a good girl who's a good puppy, too.
I'm gonna cry. That made me so happy.
Okay, then yes. I love you, dork. Go leave. Go
I'll
leave.
Catch you guys later. Bye-bye.
Mama. Oh my god. And Alex woofing in chat. You fucking bottoms. Bottoming out where exactly, huh? Anyway. Okay, she's gone now, chat. Let's talk. So, now, I know one thing that is going on. And if you do not know what is going on, then stop now, because this is something I know for a fact is going on. This is something I was spoiled about. I have known about this specific plot point this entire time. The nighttime Holy Grail War that Bazett is feeling and is experiencing is the third Holy Grail War. That is something I know for a fact. The people we're seeing are actually stand-ins of the actual servants and masters that actually partook in the Holy Grail War. That means that wasn't Illya, that was the Einzbern at the time. She had Angra Mainyu, who died and became the corruption of the Grail. Rin and Sakura were actually just the actual Edelfelt-like siblings. Yeah. That's gonna be a fun thing. But what clicked with me specifically was that Illya mentioned that she lost, Illya mentioned losing Angra Mainyu specifically on the 4th day, right? Illya mentioned that Angra Mainyu was taken from her specifically on the 4th day. And the 4th night is the point where we cannot advance. Now, when Angra died, he got slurped into the Grail. And that is what caused the Grail to become corrupted in the form that it has currently taken. Which means that the Holy Grail War cannot continue beyond the point in time in which Angra Mainyu was sucked into the Grail. There's something there. I don't know if he's locked, like, temporarily, because that is the point where he had that happen to him during the 3rd. I don't know if he made a wish upon the Grail on the third Holy Grail War. And this is the ripples of a wish, not to the Fujuki Grail, as we see in the 5th, but in the 3rd, and rippling forward and mixing things fucking weirdly. I don't know. I do not know. But I can only, I am imagining that specifically is what is causing the 4-day time loop. There is a time lock placed metaphysically upon Angra Mainyu based on when he dipped out of the Holy Grail War and got sucked in. That is all I can currently speculate about. think there's hints in that scene that you haven't figured out. It's great. Ooh. I'll be getting more and more hints towards, but Illya reveals it. Yeah. I will, be on the lookout for what the fuck is happening. But yeah, I did know about the 4th, and I am really excited to see where they go with this bullshit mixture of things. Until then, however, I am going to go rest. Today hasn't been a heavy day, but it's been a long day, so I'll be seeing you, chat. Sorry for doing the whole puppy thing earlier. I do apologize to anyone who doesn't like being treated like dogs, which, like, I may not understand why you couldn't like it, but I completely empathize with it, and I hope you'll have a great week. Sunday, Monster Hunter. Wednesday, Rift of the Necrodancer. Thursday, maybe we get a finale properly of Horror Bale instead on his channel, and more of this next week. Wow, there's a concept called Pride. They have parades about it, I think. I should attend one of these Pride parades. Surely I will find many prideful people I would like to know. Mayhaps these prideful people will not like being called dogs, but may like calling me a dog and putting me in a collar. Now that is food for thought. I will be pondering about this rare event for the rest of the night. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye!